work at Cedartown's baseball field, paid for with donations from the community and local organizations like Polk County Public Service and the WD Tripp Foundation, brings
the following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Hit deep to left field, back it goes to the wall. It's gone, folks.
Deep to left field, back.
It's gone. Slam. Ball hit to straightaway center field and deep. Back it goes. It is a home run. A diving attempt, lobbed the home run in straightaway center. Dogs win. Cedartown wins.
This is the Big Double A. Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
1340 AM and now 106.1 FM.
Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. Cedartown Baseball is brought to you by
Polk County Public Service, Croker's Hardware, Cedartown Automotive, Bradford's Drugstore, Burgess Insurance Services, Cedar Valley Golf Course, Live Wire Surplus, and Beach State Ford.
Let's head down to the field for today's action.
And welcome in Cedartown High School baseball, WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Andrew Carter along with Logan Maddox here as we're about ready to get this one started. Cedartown versus Model. Logan, Cedartown with a great performance Monday against the Rock Martin Yellow Jackets. Offensively speaking, Cedartown very impressive, looking to continue that today.
Oh, definitely. A really good win against one of the best teams in that region in 2A and taking on another one of the best teams in that region today in Model, the Blue Devils. 7-1 on the season. Cedartown comes in 6-4. And we'll go ahead and run through the starting lineups. The game's about to start. For the batting lineup for Cedartown, Easton Oxenrider at shortstop bats first, followed by the right fielder Jerry Simmons. Batting third, catcher Cade Smith, followed by the designated hitter Dalton Bowman. He's going to be batting today for Tyler Gosden, who's pitching. Batting fifth for the Dogs, Jacob Bradshaw, third baseman. Batting sixth, left fielder Corbin Kazort. Batting seventh, first baseman Bryson Cheapwood. Batting eighth, sophomore second baseman Cade Dingler, and rounding out the batting lineup for Cedartown, the number 9 batter Griffin Elder, the center fielder. Pitching today for the Blue Devils, Hunter Wessel, and catching for them Jake Ashley. First baseman for Model is Josh Land. He's going to be batted for by Dalton Waddell, the designated hitter. Some more of the defensive alignment for Model. Davis Chastain at second base. Shortstop is going to be Brody Pearson. Third base Connor Yarbrough, left field Brody Pace, center field Patrick Lloyd, and right field Dawson Whitefield. So should be a great matchup between two of the best teams in Northwest Georgia and Polk and Floyd County. And the first pitch is coming from Hunter Wessel.
And it's on the way, and it's swung on, and it's skied to left field. That ball will be foul down the left field line. Strike one, 0-1 the count.
Started out looking like it'd be fair, and then started tailing foul. And so that's going to be a strike one to Easton Oxenrider here. No scoreboard at Model High School. They had some trouble with the flooding, so they don't have a scoreboard for today's matchup, but we'll keep you all up to date with that.
Pitch on the way is high and away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he was looking to throw a breaking ball that time, just didn't get it over the plate, and it was high and away that time. 1-1 the count to Easton Oxenrider.
Quite a bit of wind here, too, so that's going to be an issue. The pitch is swung on and fouled back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good comeback that time from Wessel, right down the middle of the plate. 1-1, or 1-2 the count, rather. No outs, top of the first inning, scoreless here at Model High School. Jerry Simmons trying to give the ball to the umpire, and now time was called. Now we're ready to go. 1-2 pitch coming from Wessel here in just a moment.
The windup and the pitch on the way is skied to left and foul.
Same exact spot he fouled off last time. 1-2 remains the count with no outs in the top of the first inning. Unable to go Facebook Live today, so we'll try to post that a little bit later tonight. We're here on YouTube.
We've got the link posted on our Facebook page to YouTube, so we do apologize for the inconvenience there. Pitch on the way is a curveball that missed outside.
2-2 the count now. We're still rocking on the radio station, though, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. But as Andrew said, if you want to watch a video stream of the game today, you can watch on YouTube.
The pitch on the way, high. And it's a full count, 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Thing that I've noticed so far about Wessel which, I mean, is very early on, but just through him warming up, if he's hitting it right down the middle, but breaking balls, he's missed pretty badly.
Payoff pitch is hit in the air left field. That should stay in play, and it will. And the catch is made out there left field for out number 1.
Good pitch there by Wessel. Austin Ryder had to swing on it. It was a definite strike. Scouted to left field, and it was caught by Brody Pace for Model for the first out of the game so far. A relatively short ballpark that we mentioned, kind of like Calhoun, but very high walls, so very similar structure to the Calhoun Yellow Jackets baseball field.
And lots of wind. The wind is blowing straight in from center field. Jerry Simmons with 1 away. The pitch missed high and in. Ball 1 ball, no strikes. The count to him. 309 down the left field line, 336 in the left power alley, 354 in the right power alley, and straightaway center 375. Hit deep to right field, but it's going to be right there at the right fielder. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Hit solidly there by Simmons, but it is out number 2.
Good contact there by Jerry Simmons, the right fielder, but Scott it right to their right fielder, Dawson Whitefield. So now 2 away for Cade Smith, the catcher, coming up to the plate trying to get the first runner aboard for the Dogs. Cade Smith, the senior catcher, transferred in this year from Cleburne County, Alabama.
And Wessel delivers upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs already here in the top half of the first inning. Cedartown and Model. Model wearing their blue jerseys. Cedartown wearing their red jerseys. Pitch on the way. Is driven foul, lined it foul left side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He was ahead of that one. If he'd have waited on it, he would have sent that right near the third baseline out in the outfield. Good contact from number 21, Cade Smith. Let's see if he can come back with something right here and keep it in fair territory.
A lot of wind out here today, too. You probably hear it in our mics. And that could be a factor with fly balls today. It seems like every time we play here, there's always a lot of wind or even a threat of rain. No threat of rain today, but wind is definitely kicking. The windup and the pitch on the way. It's high and in.
2-1 the count now to Cade Smith with 2 outs. If Smith can reach and keep this inning going, Dalton Bowman would be due up next, the designated hitter. That's another senior.
Cade Smith digs in. The windup and the pitch on the way. Curveball, and it's a strike call.
That was a good pitch that time from Wessel. He hit with that off-speed pitch, and it was a really good one. 2-2 the count now. Smith's going to have to battle here, try to get a hit or draw a walk.
The pitch. Curveball, right, strike 3 called. Right down Main Street. And the Dogs go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. We head now to the bottom half. Cedartown 0 and Model is coming up. You're listening to Cedartown High School Baseball, the home of the Dogs, the Big AA.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Look. Welcome back here. It is the bottom half of the first. Cedartown and Model are scoreless here from Model High School in Shannon, Georgia, northern Floyd County. Andrew Carter, Logan Maddox here as Tyler Gosden completing his warm-up tosses. Logan?
Yes, he is. The seniors had a pretty good start to the season so far. Had some pretty nice starts last week, and actually, I believe, started in the win against Dade County, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. We'll check on that real quick.
I'm pretty sure you are correct. He did start in that one and got the win, and air horn is here. in case you didn't hear it.
Yes, indeed. Tyler Gosden did get the start against Dade County, so got the win in his last start.
Davis Chastain will lead it off for the Model Blue Devils. Behind the dish, of course, is Cade Smith. At third base, Jacob Bradshaw. Easton Oxenrider at short. Second base is Cade Dingler. First base, Bryson Cheatwood. We'll talk about the outfield in just a minute. And the pitch on the way is skied but foul. Strike one, 0-1 the count.
Davis Chastain, Connor Yarbrough, Brody Pearson all due up this inning. 1-2-3 batters for Model.
Bottom half of the first. 0-1 the count now to Chastain, and the pitch is right down the middle for a called strike.
0-2 the count now.
No balls, 2 strikes. Gosden looks into Cade Smith for the sign. He's got it. The 0-2. Curveball. Base hit down the left field line.
Good piece of hitting.
It is. It's going to roll for a minute. He's going to round first, and he's going to stay at first with a long single down the left field line past Bradshaw. He gave every effort he could to get to it, but just couldn't get to it. It was out of reach. And it's a leadoff single for number 7, Davis Chastain.
Okay, playing some J. Cole out here at Model High School. I like it. Gosden coming into this game 3-0 in the season. Early on in the season, trying to remain undefeated, but allowed a leadoff single that time from Davis Chastain. So here comes Connor Yarbrough, number 13 for them.
Yeah, this is a good Model team. Only lost 1 game this year.
Coming off their only loss last night against Chattooga.
Swung on a miss late on the fastball. 0-1 the count now from Gosden.
Dillman, well, the 3 teams top of this region so far, Pepperell, Rockmart, and these Model Blue Devils, no doubt. Tough region down in AA.
The stretch by Gosden, the pitch. Right down the middle and a strike. No balls and 2 strikes the count.
I want to see him throw something off speed right here. Maybe out of the zone a little bit, see if Yarbrough will chase the second baseman for Model at the plate. Or third baseman, rather.
Chastain is at first. Stretch in the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up, and that's going to fall out of play and land in the bleachers.
Yep, Cedartown fans watched out. Didn't hit anybody, thankfully, but hit into the visiting bleachers here on the right side.
Thankfully, stay clear of us. We're out in the open right behind the backstop behind home plate. Where the camera is, that's where we are. We're right behind the camera.
And that'll keep it an 0-2 count here to Connor Yarbrough.
Snap throw down to first. Close play, but just was able to slide back in with Chastain. I thought he might have been out.
I did too, but umpire had a better look on it. 0-2 the count with no out, runner on first base for the Blue Devils.
I thought Bryson Cheatwood might have tagged the back of his leg before he touched the bag. It was close. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch to Yarbrough, and here it comes. Swing and a miss, and now a throw down to first, and he's safe. That's the first out of the inning.
Smart job there by Cade Smith to try to catch Davis Chastain, maybe sleeping over on first base. So we don't get the double play, but we do get one out. That's going to bring up Brody Pearson, their shortstop.
First strikeout of the day for Tyler Gosden, hopefully one of many.
On deck for Model is Brody Pace. But here's Brody Pearson, so a couple of Brodies in their lineup back-to-back.
Stretch by Gosden, and the pitch on the way to Pearson. Curveball almost hit him inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The throw gets over the head of Gosden, but he's able to be backed up there by Cade Dingler. 1 ball, no strikes.
Chastain on first base for Model. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Pearson at the plate. He's their catcher. Or excuse me, he is their shortstop. Number 2, though. Got myself mixed up there.
Pitch goes way behind the batter and moving up to second base on a very wild pitch from Gosden is number 7, Davis Chastain, easily getting to second base on the wild pitch.
And that takes away the conventional double play now for the Bulldogs. 2-0 the count to Pearson, with only 1 out and a runner in scoring position now for the Blue Devils.
And of course, that means a base hit could mean a run with a speedy Chastain over there at second. Gosden looks into Cade Smith for the sign. Now he's ready. The stretch. And I believe it's the 2-0 pitch.
Yes, it is.
And it's a strike called on the inside corner, 2-1.
Good pitch that time from the senior Tyler Gosden. 2-1 to count now with 1 out. Let's see what he comes with here with this 2-1 count, trying to even it up with this pitch.
2 balls and a strike with a runner at second base for the Model Blue Devils. Stretch, look to second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Heater on the outside corner.
They blew it right by him that time. Pearson went for it and didn't get anything, so now it's a 2-2 count. So Brody Pearson, Tyler Gosden on the mound for the Dogs here. 1 out, runner on second base, bottom of the first inning.
You said it, even the count up, and Gosden did just that. The stretch and the 2-2 pitch on the way to Pearson. Here it is. Curveball just missed inside, ball 3.
Did look to be inside though. Missed the inner part of the plate that time, not too far away. So that makes it a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch will be coming here in just a moment from Tyler Gosden.
I think Gosden's going to come right after him here. Checks the runner at second, 1 out, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball towards short. Oxenrider fields, throws over to first. Low throw, but dug out there by Cheatwood. And that's out number 2, moves the runner over to third base.
Yes, indeed. As you said, Davis Chastain gets to third on the throw, but a great play that time from Easton Oxenrider. That'll move over the runner. And now Brody Pace, their left fielder, the cleanup batter, comes up to the plate with a runner 90 feet from the score.
Batting next is number 4, Brody Pace.
So Gosden, as you said, will try to get out of this inning here and maybe keep the game scoreless. Cedartown went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the inning. The windup and the pitch on the way. Got the call in the outside corner, strike 1.
Hesitant call that time, had me scared for a moment. Did appear to cross the plate that time and enter the zone. So 0-1 the count to Brody Pace. And some really powerful hitters coming up for Model after this. Dalton Waddell stands on deck, but you want to try to get Pace out right here and not allow a run.
The pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Took something off that one.
Yep, Pace was expecting a fastball. It was up high that time.
0-2.
0-2 count, as you heard Coach Jolly.
Yeah, Coach Jolly
right over there.
Stan is right next to our field mic over there, so you're going to hear his cheers. No balls and 2 strikes and 2 out. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired on a swing and strikeout. That's the second K for Tyler Gosden today. 1 runner left on third base, 1 hit in the inning. We head now to the top half of the second. Your score, Cedartown and Model, are scoreless. Back with more baseball after this.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. Cedartown and Model are scoreless here from Model High School in Shannon. Andrew Carter, Logan Maddox here from Model High School, and Dalton Bowman, our designated hitter today, and the cleanup hitter will come to the plate to lead it off for the Dogs here in the second.
Yep, we went 3 up, 3 down last inning.
Pitch on the way to Bowman. Right down the middle and a strike called. Bowman would like to have that pitch back.
That was the upper part of the zone. That's a pitch he should have killed.
Yeah, that
gap in left field.
But that is definitely his sweet zone right there. 0-1 the count. Pitch on the way to Bowman. curveball that is a strike called outside corner. Nasty pitch there from Wessel.
Yep, Hunter Wessel really getting into a rhythm right now. Cedartown, like I was saying, 3 up, 3 down last inning, so the 4, 5, 6 batters are coming up for the Dogs right here.
0-2 pitch, curveball low. 1-2, outside corner as well.
Tried to get Bowman to chase it that time. Dalton, good plate awareness that time, plate discipline, and now it's a 1-2 count with no outs. Top of the second inning, scoreless between Model and Cedartown.
1-2 pitch to Bowman is high and tight, 2-2. Bowman did struggle a little bit at the plate in the Rockmart game earlier in the week, so he's looking to change his fortunes here.
Yes, indeed. Well, now the count's even at 2-2.
2-2 pitch to Bowman. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Nasty pitch there gets Bowman down swinging for out number 1.
Now that's going to bring up Jacob Bradshaw, number 20, the third baseman, the junior batter who's really had a nice few games, had 3 RBI, I believe, against Rockmart on a pair of singles. And so he's going to look to try to have another good game of the plate today, looking to get Cedartown's first hit right here.
Yeah, you're right. Jacob Bradshaw's been probably one of our more consistent hitters of late. 1 out, the pitch on the way to Bradshaw. Ground ball towards short and a base hit. So the hit, he continues to hit the ball hard and locate it well. He located that right between third and short, and a 1-out single for Jacob Bradshaw.
I'll check and see how many games in a row that is with a hit. So it's going to bring up Corbin Zort with runner on first and Jacob Bradshaw.
Gazort's also been swinging the bat pretty good of late as well after a little bit of a struggle in the beginning of the season. Not much of one, but cementing himself as a permanent part of that middle of the lineup.
5 games in a row, Jacob Bradshaw with a hit.
The pitch, runners take off. The throw down to second base is going to bounce up there, and that'll be an easy steal there for Jacob Bradshaw.
A good throw would have got him, just not the best throw in the world that time from the model catcher. That's number 15 for them, Jake Ashley.
And the pitch was
a ball,
I believe.
We'll check real quick and keep y'all up to date.
Yep,
yeah.
1-0 the count.
Corbin Kazort at the plate. Runner in scoring position for the first time today for Cedartown, only 1 out.
Pitch on the way has popped up. And
hopefully behind us.
Yes.
It makes it a 1-1 count now with 1 out. Jacob Bradshaw on second base. Corbin Kazort at the plate for Cedartown. Top of the second inning, scoreless between Model and the Cedartown Bulldogs.
The stretch and the pitch is a curveball and a strike.
Beautiful pitch that time from Wessel, right down the middle. Started out of the zone, then tailed in. Kazort wanted to swing at it, but didn't really make up his mind until it was too late. So held back, 1-2 the count.
Bradshaw with his lead, 1 out here in the top of the second. Dogs threatening with a runner at second. And the pitch. Curveball high and tight.
On deck, Bryson Cheatwood watches in. Getting ready to come up to the plate after Corbin Kazort. Hopefully Kazort can get a hit right here or draw a walk, one of the two. There we go.
The pitch. Up the middle and a base hit. Bradshaw's going to be held up at third base, and that's the right call because it was hit just too shallow to score him. So first and third with 1 out on the 2 hits in a row there for Bradshaw and for Kazort. And here comes Cade. No, it's going to be Bryson Cheatwood.
Yeah, Cheatwood, our first baseman, the number 7 hitter, another senior who's had a pretty good season so far. Especially at the plate, drawn a lot of walks and got a lot of hits. So want to see him continue that right here, maybe get a single.
We'll see if Kazort steals second base here. He will. Takes off. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second is cut off. So they'll could see the bag there at second base.
Yeah. Partner Andrew Carter battling some illness right now. Hope you get feeling better, bud.
Just the cold. That's all it is.
So now 2 runners in scoring position. Second and third are Kazort and Bradshaw respectively. Cheatwood at the plate.
0-1 pitch. Curveball that just missed outside. 1-1 the count. So now base hit by Bradshaw by Cheatwood, I beg your pardon, would result in 2 runs with the speedy runners aboard. Kazort, one of the fastest on the team. 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2.
2-1 the count now with 1 out to Bryson Cheatwood. Wessel on the mound for the Blue Devils. 2 runners in scoring position for the Dogs.
No strike,
On deck, Cade Dingler watching, but here's the pitch.
Popped it up and foul.
2-2 the count now to Bryson Cheatwood. Nice battle going on between Wessel and Cheatwood here at the plate and on the mound. 2 straight hits for the Dogs, looking to make it 3 right here is Bryson Cheatwood.
And the pitch. It's high.
He wanted to go after it. Looked like it might have been a bit outside too. Held back, and that was a smart decision there from the senior.
Gotta be a strike.
So full count now to Bryson Cheatwood. A walk or a single here would be good.
The pitch. Chopped it foul left side.
That's fine too. Keep battling in here. That one looked like it was going to be a strike that time, so good job by Cheatwood to keep this at bat going. Got enough of a piece of it to continue this at bat. Cade Dingler on deck for the Dogs.
Another payoff pitch due him. And here it is. High and tight ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Cade Dingler.
Yes, indeed. Now another big opportunity for the sophomore Cade Dingler. You know, we said that he'd been in a bit of a slump against Bremen back in that tournament a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, he's not really had any big hits since then. Let's see if he can change that right here. Bases loaded, 1 out.
And the pitch to him is high. 1 ball, no strikes. No score, but the Dogs threatening. 1 out and bases full. 2 straight singles. And then a walk.
Come on.
Good at bat by Bryson Cheatwood, drawing the walk.
Have a cut.
The pitch to Dingler. Popped it up and behind us.
That'll make it a 1-1 count now with 1 out to Cade Dingler, the second baseman for Cedartown. 1 out, ducks on the pond for the Cedartown Bulldogs.
They are full, and the wind is blowing in, so any fly ball is going to get knocked down pretty good. The pitch. Hit hard but foul, line toward Model Middle School, which is right there on the hill behind the first base dugout. Of course, Model High School is in the same place it's been for a long time, since at least the 60s, I think.
Elementary school, middle school, high school, all pretty close together.
Pitch is a ground ball. That should be a base hit. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman. No, he'll get him, but the run scores, and the Dogs take a 1-0 lead. So an RBI ground out will score the first run as Bradshaw touches the plate, and the Dogs up 1-0 and 2 out.
Kazort moves over to third, Cheatwood to second. And that's going to bring up Griffin Elder, who had a huge hit against Rockmart.
Yeah, 2-run blast to left field. And the pitch on the way is high, 1 ball, no strikes.
That was only the second homer of anyone for Cedartown this year, his first of 2019, and a great hit, like I said, to left field that scored him and Cheatwood. Let's see if he can match that here.
The pitch. Hard hit toward third base, but he stops it. Throw over to first will be in time for the out. Dogs will have to settle for a run here as 2 are left aboard. Cedartown leads at 1-0. Bottom half of the second on the way here on the Big Double A.
The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. Livewire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
5, 6, 7 batters due up for the Model Blue Devils here to start the bottom of the second inning. Cedartown leads Model 1-0 after an inning and a half after Jacob Bradshaw came around to score last inning on a RBI ground out by Cade Dingler. So Dalton Waddell, Hunter Wessel, and Dawson Whitefield due up this inning, starting out with the designated hitter Waddell batting for Josh Land.
The pitch to Waddell is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count.
A little bit off speed that time from Tyler Gosden. Looked like it might have been a curveball that time, but Waddell not completely ready for it. 0-1 count to the designated hitter batting for the first baseman.
And the pitch to Waddell is, I guess, inside. Looks pretty good.
Looked like it might have crossed the plate to me, but umpire says otherwise. 1-1 the count to start the bottom of the second.
1 ball, 1 strike. Gosden with a wind and the 1-1 pitch. There's a little fly ball caught over there at first base by Bryson Cheatwood for out number 1. Little soft line drive. Caught easily there. Bryson takes care of that for out number 1.
Yep, that line out's going to bring up the pitcher now. Hunter Wessel, number 14 for the Blue Devils. Only 1 hit so far. Well, only 1 inning in, rather, and 1 hit for the Blue Devils. Davis Chastain, their leadoff hitter, got a hit. Since then, it's been ground outs and strikeouts and 1 line out.
Yeah, with no runs and a hit, we've got 1 run and 2 hits for the Dogs.
Yes.
The windup and the pitch on the way. And there's the second base hit for them today. That's number 21, Josh Land, who has a 1-out single.
Oh, wow.
Hard to left.
Excuse me. I thought this was Wessel. That is Josh Land. So they must be having Waddell hit for the pitcher. So instead, a single for Josh Land.
And here comes Dawson Whitefield. So Whitefield aboard, or Whitefield at the plate. Stretch by is swinging a miss, 0-1 the count. Gosden blows that one right by him for strike 1.
The one thing Gosden hasn't done all season, and it's a good thing, is that he's not really gotten behind in too many of these counts. He's usually getting ahead in just about every at-bat. That's what you like to see. Here's a 0-1 count now.
And the pitch popped up and behind us and out of play.
0-2 the count now to Dawson Whitefield, the right fielder for them, who's had a couple of nice catches so far here in the game.
Of course, Model High School, and this baseball field is right behind the high school. Kind of nestled in next to a little hill over there, and the wind kind of rushes down from the hill and comes right into this little valley where we are, and it really makes for some windy conditions. The pitch. Curveball that just missed.
Yeah, a bit high that time, might have been a bit away as well. Not a bad idea from Gosden. Whitefield, good plate awareness that time. Not to offer at it. 1-2 the count with 1 out and 1 runner aboard on first base for the Blue Devils. 1-0 Cedartown leads, bottom of the second.
Big gust of wind now. Stretching the pitch. Up the middle and a base hit. Hit it right back where it came from. Hard hit that up the middle. And
first and second for the speedy Lloyd.
1-0 lead for Cedartown, but Model is threatening.
Batting next, number 8, Patrick Lloyd.
This is their number 8 batter. So getting close to the top of the lineup, coming back around. You want to try to get 2 quick outs if you're Tyler Gosden here. You don't want them to start getting hits in a row.
This stretch, though, in the pitch. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Tyler Gosden.
Lloyd looked like he was squaring up to bunt that time, not be trying to move the runners over here with 1 out. On deck for them is the catcher, Jake Ashley. He's their number 9 batter, but a big kid, looked like he's got some power at the plate, no doubt.
I think this Model team has power just about everywhere in their lineup, so you got to be careful with anybody that you see. Pitch on the way. Is a bunt, and it's to third base. They will go over to first in time for the out. That was Bradshaw who fielded it there right in front of the pitcher's mound. So runners now second and third with 2 outs. So it'll take a 2-out hit if Model wants to tie it up, maybe even take the lead with a base hit to the outfield with 2 away.
Oh, yes, indeed. They got runners at second and third for the catcher, Jake Ashley, number 15, a big kid, like I said.
Yeah.
And looks like he can really hit the ball well. So Gosden's going to have to be careful right here. And he's their number 9 batter, so top of the order coming back up. You can never, just judge them by being the number 9 batter, because our number 9 batter homered last game.
The kick and the pitch is drilled to the right side, but foul. And, lots of strength there hitting it the other way. 0-1 the count.
0-1 the count to Jake Ashley for Model. With 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Cedartown wanting to get out of this half inning.
0-1 the count with 2 outs, as you said. 1-0 lead. Stretch the look to third. The pitch. Curveball drilled to right field. Simmons comes in and dives, and he made the catch. What a great play by Simmons and Wright to retire the side and keep the game scoreless for the Model Blue Devils. 2 aboard, 2 hits in the inning, but 2 left. We head now to the top half of the third. Cedartown with a 1-0 lead over the Model Blue Devils. We'll come back in a moment. Cedartown baseball is here on the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back here on the Big Double A. Top of the third inning coming up here in just a moment. Cedartown leading the Model Blue Devils 1-0 right now, and the top of the order due up. 1, 2, and 3 batters. Easton Oxenrider, Jerry Simmons, and Cade Smith.
Oxenrider flew out to left field his last time up, so he's looking to get his first base hit. Logan Maddox will take you here with the play-by-play. Why don't you do a little play-by, because he's going to have to do the Rockmart game to start on Saturday. So
hey, always a good time to get some practice here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Get some practice in a non-region game. Very fitting. All right, so Wessel's still on the mound for the Blue Devils, it looks like, and now Oxenrider coming up to the plate. First pitch to him is going to be high and away for a ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes. Jerry Simmons and Cade Smith due up. Top 3 in the batting order. 0 for 1 so far, so Oxenrider looking to break that.
The second pitch is going to be inside. Might have hit him. They're going to say it didn't.
I thought it might have. It's going to be 2-0, but even if from the way I understand it, even if a pitch hits you after it bounces, it's still a hit batsman.
So now a 2-0 count to Oxenrider. Wessel with the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be right down the middle. A good one.
Yeah, 2-1 the count.
Hey, you got to get used to that.
Wasn't even,
let's go.
It was just a bit inside, but over the plate. It's 2-1 now.
2-1 the count to the junior Easton Oxenrider. That one he's going to swing on, send it to left field, into the gap. Are they going to catch it? Left fielder misses it. Easton Oxenrider rounds, goes to second. They're going to hold him up there with a double. So a good piece of hitting that time from Easton Oxenrider.
Well, it was just a matter of time before Oxenrider leveled off on him, and he was able to do that and drove it there. You could tell it was a tailing line drive there that dropped there right in front of the 336 sign. He drilled that one deep. And Oxenrider at second base with nobody out for Jerry Simmons.
Good leadoff double for the junior shorter commit Easton Oxenrider. And here comes the right fielder, Jerry Simmons. He flew out last time out, I do believe, to right field.
He sure did.
So no outs here in the top of the third. Cedartown with a runner in scoring position. Wessel checks Oxenrider. Now he's going to walk off the mound. Oxenrider was acting like he was going to get way off the bag and try to steal.
Yeah, nobody was covering the bag there at second base, so no harm, no foul. But it does might throw Wessel off a little bit in his attempt.
Pitch to Simmons, is going to catch outside corner for a strike. Good pitch that time from Wessel.
It was, and the wind is blowing harder than it's blown all afternoon here. It's really blowing stuff around out here. No balls and a strike to Jerry Simmons.
0-1 the count. Wessel checks Oxenrider at second. Now the 0-1 pitch is going to be a bit high, I believe. Might have been inside 2, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Jerry Simmons at the plate for Cedartown. Oxen Rider with the leadoff double here in the top of the third. Cedartown leading Model 1-0. Wessel getting ready for the 1-1 pitch. Once again, checks Oxen Rider. They're going to throw back, and was a good pickoff move, but didn't get him that time.
It was really, really close there. The shortstop for them is Brody Pearson. Just about swiped down on the tag there and got him, but he is safe.
The pitch is going to be low.
Yeah, looks like it.
Must have been low, so I think it's a 2-1 count now here to Jerry Simmons.
It is, and Oxen Rider at second base got there aboard with a double to lead off the inning. Jerry Simmons going to try to drive him in.
No outs here in the top of the third. 2-1 count. They're checking Oxen Rider at second. Now he'll go back to the bag.
You know, an Oxen Rider is doing a good job there trying to play chicken there at second base, trying to draw the pitcher's attention and maybe force him to maybe make a mistake to Simmons here. Maybe make a mistake to throw to second.
Getting ready here is Wessel for the 2-1, and they're going to throw. No, they're going to pitch it out. And the ball that time. So 3-1 the count. Wessel missing high and away that time around.
Nobody out.
3-1 with no out. They say 2-1, but I'm pretty sure it's 3-1.
Looked like that was a ball.
Oh well.
I think it's 3-1, but
the umpire said 2-2.
All right, well, must have been a strike somewhere. Here's the pitch to Simmons right down the plate for a called strike.
Well,
so I guess
I had an extra pitch somewhere.
Maybe 2-2 or 3-2. 2 strikes to Jerry Simmons, though. At the plate for the Dogs here with no out, runner on second base. This pitch is going to be outside.
Ball 3.
Ball 3, I guess.
And it's full now, 3-2. Cade Smith on deck. He struck out looking earlier, so see what Simmons can do. It's always good to get Simmons aboard with his speed.
Well, here's the full count, and payoff pitch is coming. That one is chopped foul by Jerry Simmons.
Yeah, he swung at ball 4 there, Logan, and he knows it.
Yes, he did, and he was upset with that one. That one was well outside. I think it was a predetermined swing by the right fielder, Simmons. So let's see what Wessel comes with here with another full count. No outs, top of the third inning.
It was a much longer at bat for Simmons than back in the first inning when he only saw 2 pitches.
Oxen Rider still playing chicken there on second base. The payoff pitch this time is swung on, and it's a hit to left field. It's going to roll to the left fielder, and they're sending Oxen Rider around. The throw is going to come in, and it will not be to the plate. So another run scores for Cedartown. It's 2-0.
RBI single there.
And, yes, indeed. And that's going to...
Yeah, 2 hits in a row with nobody out, a double and a single. Simmons is now 1 for 2, and here comes Cade Smith.
Yes, indeed. The catcher comes up after striking out back in the first inning. You got a speedy runner on first base in Jerry Simmons.
They're appealed there at third base, just in case the umpire thought that Oxen Rider didn't tag the bag on the way to home plate. But the appeal is not won. Smith 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. Simmons over at first base, nobody out.
First pitch to Smith. Simmons goes, and it's a hit. Simmons is going to round second and then hold up there. So another single, and now Simmons is going to go to third. The throw is going to be high. Simmons is safe there. So now runners at first and second. Cade Smith moves up to second on that throwing error. So mark it a hit and then a throwing error for those keeping the book at home. And that's going to bring up 2 runs in scoring position for a deadly hitter, cleanup batter, Dalton Bowman.
That's right, Bowman there. 3 straight hits, a double, 2 singles, and a run scored. Cedartown up 2-0 and threatening for more.
If you could for me, could you please write RBI over there right by the hit for Jerry Simmons?
Ribby indeed, certainly.
Thank you much. I appreciate that. So they're going to bring a courtesy runner in for Cade Smith as well. That's going to be MJ Holiday. And they're going to have a mound meeting with the pitcher, Hunter Wessel. 2-0 Cedartown leads, and they have 2 runners aboard on second and third right now. Dalton Bowman about to come to the plate, and Hunter Wessel is done for the day now. They're going to bring him out and bring in a new pitcher. Trying to check the number on that pitcher real quick.
It looks like it's number 2, Brody Pearson, who's going to take over.
I think it might be 22. I'm not completely sure. Yep, I take it back. You're right. Brody Pearson, he's going to slide over from where he started, I believe, at shortstop.
Yeah, he was short, so we'll check those defensive changes in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with more baseball after this.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Model reliever Brody Pearson finishing his warm-up tosses right here. Cedartown leads 2-0, and they have 2 runners aboard, runners on second and third. You have MJ Holiday on second, and you also have, who's on first base? Is that, or third base, excuse me, is Jerry Simmons.
Yeah, Jerry Simmons.
There we go. And Dalton Bowman coming up to the plate now. A deadly hitter, like we said, cleanup batter for Cedartown. Struck out swinging last time. Going to try to get some revenge here. And the first pitch to him is going to be outside for a called ball. 1-0 the count. No outs. Top of the third inning for Cedartown. They've had a nice start to this third and wanting to keep it going right here. 1-0 pitch to Bowman. That time is going to be in the same exact spot. Still outside for Pearson. 2-0 the count to Dalton Bowman.
Bowman would like nothing better to make up for that strikeout here.
This pitch is going to be low, bounced it up to him. 3-0 the count now to Bowman. They might just be wanting to walk him straight up. On deck is Jacob Bradshaw, the third baseman.
Well, you walk Bowman, you got Bradshaw there who had a base hit his last time up.
That's going to be ball 4, outside again. 4 straight miss for Pearson. That's going to get Bowman aboard with a walk. And I'm not sure they might bring in a courtesy runner for him, but now the bases are loaded for Cedartown. It's going to bring up Jacob Bradshaw to the plate. Bradshaw, I believe, got a hit last time.
Looks like they're gonna keep him out there since he's just a designated hitter, not catching or pitching today. They'll use the designated hitters for the pitcher and for the catcher.
Does make sense. All right, so first pitch to Bradshaw is bounced up there. 1-0 the count. Pearson's missed with 5 straight.
Yeah, yet to throw a strike.
The game.
Again, wind really kicking here. Nobody out, bases loaded here for the Dogs in the top half of the third.
The 1-0 pitch to Bradshaw. That one looks like it's a bit low that time. 2-0 the count. No outs in the top of the third inning, and the shortstop is going to come in and have a word with Pearson real quick. Time has been called. And he will move back. Coming into play, shortstop now is Davis Chastain. He slid over from second after that substitution. Pearson getting ready. The 2-0 pitch. That one is going to curve right in the zone. A good pitch. 2-1 the count now to Jacob Bradshaw.
Yeah, it was a good breaking pitch there. They split the plate right in half.
2-1 the count now. And the 2-1 pitch, that one hits him. So that will keep the bases loaded and score a run. Jerry Simmons comes around. It's 3-0 Cedartown. Everybody moves up 90 feet. MJ Holiday on third, Dalton Bowman on second, and Jacob Bradshaw on first. Bases still loaded for the Dogs with no out. And here it brings up Corbin Kazort.
That's right, Kazort coming in, and Pearson struggling here early on. He came into the game and probably walked Bowman on 4 straight. Then on the 2-1 pitch, hits Bradshaw. And now Kazort with a chance to make some more damage. 3-0 lead for Cedartown, and Dogs threatening for more.
Yes, indeed.
Next is number 10,
Corbin Kazort, a very powerful sophomore, hit a few home runs last year, and this will be a great place to do it. The first pitch from Pearson is going to be just barely missing outside, ball 1. He's going to that spot a lot, not getting the call. It's clearly off the plate. He's going to need to bring it in just a little bit. 1-0 count to Corbin Kazort. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. So it evens up the count 1-1. Pearson, of course, checked in just a moment ago to relieve their starting pitcher.
Kazort is 1 for 1 on the day. Single back in the second inning.
All right, bases loaded, no out. This one is going to be inside to Kazort. Ball 2, 2-1 the count.
Kazort's single in the second inning was the second in a row. Bradshaw led off the inning with it. Well, it was a strikeout by Bowman that led off the inning, then 2 straight base hits.
And that one is swung on and missed from Kazort again. 2-2 the count now with no out and bases loaded. On deck, Bryson Cheatwood is ready, hoping that he gets another opportunity with people with ducks on the pond for Cedartown. So a 2-2 count to Corbin Kazort, and here comes the pitch. That one is going to be a bit low. So now a full count, 3-2. Brody Pearson on the mound for the Model Blue Devils, and Corbin Kazort for Cedartown at the plate.
The walk means the 4th Cedartown run. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wind is blowing straight in from center field.
This pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. Just barely getting a piece of it that time.
Had a lot of backspin on it there. Hit the dirt and rolled back. It was never fair to begin with. 3 balls and 2 strikes once again now to Corbin Kazort.
And bases loaded for the Dogs. Jacob Bradshaw, Dalton Bowman, and MJ Holiday all on the bases. This one's going to be bounced up there, and another run will score via walk. MJ Holiday comes in for the 4th Dogs run, and now it's 4-0 Cedartown over Model. That'll bring up Bryson Cheatwood with the bases loaded. First base now is Corbin Kazort. Second is Jacob Bradshaw. Third is Dalton Bowman. And here comes the senior first baseman, Bryson Cheatwood. How did Cheatwood do last time out?
Yeah, Cheatwood walked his last time up, made it as far as second base. But that is, we had 3 consecutive hits.
And the first pitch is going to be right down the middle to him for a called strike. 0-1 the count with no outs. Top of the third, 4-0 Dogs.
3 consecutive hits in the inning, then 3 free passes, a walk, a hit batsman, then another walk.
Pearson stares in. This one is going to curve right in there, but it must have been outside. Ball 1. I thought that looked good to me. Looked like it might have caught the zone, but they're going to call it a ball. 1-1 the count with no outs.
That's why you use a pencil when you're scoring baseball to correct assumptions like that. 1-1 the count.
No outs, top of the third, the 1-1. This one is going to catch the outside corner of the plate for a strike 2 call. Now the catcher is going to come up and have a word with Pearson. That's number 15, Jake Ashley for Model. He's having a word now. He's going to come back and take his place behind the plate. So Bryson Cheatwood at the plate here with a 1-2 count. Bases loaded for the Dogs. Top of the third inning, no out.
By the way, no game tomorrow. Cedartown was slated to take on Villarica.
And now the 1-2 pitch is swung on, sent to center field. That is going to be caught, so the runner at third is going to hold up. Dalton Bowman not going for it, and he probably would have been safe with that throw, but bases will remain loaded with 1 out for Cade Dingler right here.
Yeah, the throw was offline, so, but, I mean, I agree with the decision not to send it.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Because Bowman is not exactly the fastest guy out there, and you don't want him to get thrown out for a double play.
Well, here comes another pretty good hitter for Cedartown. No holes in our lineup. Here's Cade Dingler, the sophomore second baseman.
And an RBI ground out to second his last time.
See if he can get another one here. That one's going to be outside. Almost got away from Ashley, but a great stop by the catcher. Jake Ashley going to one leg and fully extending to catch that one before it hit went behind him and came all the way to the backstop. That surely would have scored a run. So 1-0 the count to Dingler. The 1-0 pitch is going to be swung on and fouled right back to us, and we're going to have to fix that. We'll take over. We'll keep it going as Andrew will fix our camera real quick. 2-0 the count to Cade Dingler. Technical difficulties there. The 2-0 pitch is coming here. That one is going to go right down the middle. A good pitch that time. 2-1 the count now with 1 out. Bases still loaded for the Dogs. 4-0 Cedartown on top of Model here in the top of the half of the third inning. And the 2-1 pitch to Dingler is going to bounce up there. Another good stop from Ashley, but now there's 3 balls to Cade Dingler. Dingler on the mound with bases, or excuse me, at the plate with bases loaded. Brody Pearson with the 3-1 pitch. There's another, I thought that was ball 4. Apparently it's ball 3. 3-2 the count. One of those must have been a called strike, so now a full count to Cade Dingler. Apologies for missing a few of these pitches, everybody, but now a full count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch, and they rung him up. Outside corner, fastball. Cade Dingler can't believe it, doesn't agree with the call, but now bases still loaded with 2 outs, and here comes Griffin Elder.
Elder 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. He was the 3rd out back in the 2nd inning. He hopes not to be the 3rd out in this inning.
Up top of the 3rd, Cedartown's brought 2 across, but we don't want to strand 3. First pitch to Elder is going to catch the zone for a called strike on the off-speed pitch. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Three have come across this inning, excuse me. 4-0 Cedartown up on Model right now. And here comes the pitch to him, is going to be outside. 1-1 the count now. Called ball there. Bases still loaded. Bowman on 3rd, Bradshaw on 2nd, and Corbin Kazort on 1st. Elder with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, is going to be outside, ball 2.
And Elder is the 9th man to bat in this inning. Easton Oxenrider led off this inning with a double, and he's on deck with 2 out.
2-1 the count to the junior center fielder, Griffin Elder, who hit a home run in Monday's game against Rockmart. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Is going to be low that time. 3-1 the count from Brody Pearson to Griffin Elder. A walk would bring in another run. 4-0. Cedartown leads Model. Batters count here for Griffin Elder. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be outside. That will score at least 1 run, and they're trying to find the ball, so nobody will attempt to score other than the person coming from 3rd. 5-0 Cedartown after another walk from Brody Pearson, and that's going to bring up the top of the order. Easton Oxenrider here with 2 outs. That moves up Jacob Bradshaw to 3rd, Corbin Kazort to 2nd, Griffin Elder on 1st, and here comes Easton Oxenrider to the plate. Lefty versus righty matchup for the junior shortstop, the shorter commit, who I believe started off this inning.
He did, had a double. Started that hit parade that forced the pitching change. And Pearson has gotten 2 outs here, but lots of walks has really spelled their demise here in this top half of the 3rd.
And the first pitch to Oxenrider is going to be low that time for ball 1. 1-0 the count with 2 outs, bases loaded for the Dogs. Cedartown leading Model 5-0 right here in the top of the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch is going to be inside, almost hit him. It's going to get away from the catcher, but he will get it back before Bradshaw will try to score. So now it's just a 2-0 count. Bradshaw came away from the 3rd base bag, but didn't run all the way, and it was a good job. Ball didn't get far enough away from the catcher.
And his teammates over there kind of joking with him like, take one for the team, buddy.
Well, Oxenrider jumped over the pitch that time, so 2-0 pitch, here it comes. It swung on and fouled left side, over into the parking lot. 2-1 the count with 2 outs to Easton Oxenrider, bases full of Dogs. 5-0 Cedartown up on Model in the top of the 3rd inning. And the 2-1 swung on and missed. 2-2, that evens up the count quickly.
Fooled him badly there with an off-speed pitch, and now Pearson is a pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Oxenrider's going to have to battle here and try to get a hit. 2-2 pitch, swung on, goes right to the second baseman. Lightly hit, though. Oxenrider trying to leg it out, and he is out.
Wow.
Looked like he was safe, and Oxenrider is upset, has every right to be.
Yeah, I think he was safe, but that is not the call. It'll be a 4-3 put out there. I thought he might have beat the wrap, but that'll retire the side. Cedartown scores 4 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were 1, 2, 3 walks and a hit batsman. And Cedartown with a 5-0 lead as we head now to the bottom half of the 3rd. Cedartown Bulldogs baseball is here on the BAA.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Delay.
And we are back here. It is the bottom half of the third. Cedartown with a 5-0 lead. 3 hits in that inning and 4 runs scored. A lot of walks. And now the Model Blue Devils will come to the plate. Top of their order due up. Chastain, Yarborough, and Pearson will be at the plate for the Model Blue Devils to face Tyler Gosden.
CHS leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. Top of the order due up for the Blue Devils, as you said, starting out with Chastain.
Chastain is 1 for 1 with a leadoff single in the game.
First pitch is going to be a called strike outside corner. 0-1 the count. Another good pitch that time from the senior Tyler Gosden. Like you mentioned, a single back in the first inning. He came all the way around to third, did Chastain. The 0-1 pitch is going to be apparently high. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it did appear to be a little bit high. It was right down the middle.
So now a 1-1 count to Davis Chastain. Here comes the pitch from Gosden. That one's going to be also outside. 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count to Davis Chastain from Model. Tyler Gosden of Cedartown on the mound. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. He's out of his, and it's swung, sent to center field, and it's down for another hit. He's going to be safe with another single to lead off an inning.
And that wasn't a cheap shot either. He hit the daylights out of that. A line drive to center field for the first hit of the inning. He led off the first inning with a base hit, and leads off the third with a base hit. He's at first base for Connor Yarborough, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging.
Yep, Yarborough looking to try to improve on that here. Gosden's going to have to watch out for Chastain, though. He's a speedy player. Their shortstop and second baseman. Yarborough at the plate. Gosden looks in. The first pitch is going to be swung on, popped up into the outfield. Left fielder and center fielder going for it, and Kazort is going to get it. So that's going to be the first out of the third inning, and that will keep the runner at first. So a fly out to left field will get Yarborough, and that's going to bring up number 2 for them, Pearson.
Yeah. Brody Pearson is 0 for 1. Round out to shortstop his last time up.
Up to bat is number 2, Brody Pearson.
5-0. Sorry about that.
I was just going to say Yarborough swung on the first pitch there and popped it up left side. Let's see what Pearson does, who's now pitching.
5-0. Cedartown leads. Here comes the first pitch to Pearson. It's going to be a curveball that catches his own. 0-1 count.
Yeah, painted the inside corner there. That Gosden, a nasty pitch there from him. 0-1 the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the third.
Chastain on first, and Pearson at the plate. They're going to throw over to keep him at first. They don't get the out, but does do a good job of getting back over to first base. Wind catching our camera a little bit.
I'll tell you, if Gosden throws that pickoff throw a little bit higher, he's out.
Oh, yeah. It was the same way earlier, but here comes the pitch to Pearson's going to be inside that time. They fake a throw over to first, and they'll keep it there. So 1-2 count, I believe. That might be 0-2. Might have caught a strike on it. Pearson with 2 strikes here. Gosden at the plate for Cedartown. Let's see what this one goes with. Gosden with the pitch, swung on and fouled left side. Keeping alive here is Pearson. 2 strikes against him. 1 out in the inning. Runner on first base for the Blue Devils. They trail at 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. Andrew Carter, the do-it-all man that he is, fixing our camera real quick for the viewers on YouTube. 5-0 Dogs on top. Runner on first for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the third. And 2 strikes against Pearson. This one is going to be swung on and fouled the opposite side, this one to the right. And that will keep it at 2 strikes here. Keeps it going, though. Pearson still at the plate. 1-2 the count to Brody Pearson. They throw it over to first and almost get him, and gets away from Cheatwood, though, not far enough to allow Chastain to move up. So a 1-2 count to Pearson here, with 1 out in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Gosden makes his way back to the mound. Runner on first base for the Blue Devils. 1-2 the count. Gosden checking Chastain over at first base. And he throws it. The 1-2 pitch must have been high that time. Ball 2. I think it was a bit high there.
Just a tad.
2-2 the count. Cade Smith giving the sign. He gets it from Coach Gambrell over there in the dugout and gives it to Tyler Gosden. The 2-2 is swung on, sent towards the left field gap. It's going, it's long, and it is gone. A 2-run shot from Brody Pearson, and that makes it a 5-2 ball game. He hit it over the tall fence out in left field.
340 feet.
Huge shot that time from Brody Pearson, and that helps him out at the pitcher spot for Model. It's 5-2 now.
Yeah, they're right back in it now after that. I mean, he crushed that ball to left center field, right over the 336 sign, and, you know, that wall's about, 10 feet tall maybe.
He got every bit of that one. Huge hit from Brody Pearson. And just a mistake pitch from Tyler Gosden clears the bases.
And hit it into the wind. I mean, the wind was blowing right into that ball.
And you got to wonder, if there's no wind, there's no telling how far that one goes. That's probably gone in center field. 375.
Coach Gambrell is out of the dugout. He's going to talk to Tyler Gosden there to try to calm him down a bit. First home run he's allowed this year, I believe.
I believe so. I don't think we've had many home runs against us other than that Cartersville game and the Calhoun game, and he didn't pitch in either of those, so they're going to have a talk with him and Cade Smith at the mound. 5-2, Model back into it just like that, one swing of the bat, and a great battle there for Pearson. You know, he hung with it. He was down bad, and, you know, a lot of fouled balls, and then got a pitch that he wanted, swung on it, got every bit of it, and you've just got to give credit where it's due.
That's right. It was just a great piece of hitting there.
And now that's going to bring up number 4 for them.
Yeah, it's Brody Pace.
Brody Pace.
Brody Pace, rather.
Yes, their cleanup batter, number 4. Pace for them is the left fielder.
And he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. He was the 3rd out back in the 1st inning. 2 runs in on the 2-run blast by Brody Pearson. And it's a 5-2 lead for the Bulldogs, but Model is on the board.
Yep, 1 out at the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Pace is swung on, sent to center field. And that just burnt Griffin Elderis down for another hit. They've come to hit. He's grounding second, and he's going to be there with a stand-up double. Brody Pace with the first pitch he sees sends it to center field.
A single, a pop-out, a 2-run home run, and then a double. So 2 extra base hits in this inning. And they're starting to figure out Tyler Gosden.
Yes, they are, and there might be a substitution coming soon. That brings up Dalton Waddell, their cleanup batter, or no, their number 5 batter, rather. Very powerful hitter, and Gosden's going to have to figure something out here with 1 out. 5-2 Cedartown leads, but Model is coming back here. First pitch is going to be popped right side. Sheetwood racing for it, but it's going to be out of play. Strike 1.
And that double by Pace was first pitch he saw. He just he drilled it to center field, and swinging on the first pitch there as well was Waddell.
Waddell, the designated hitter today, was hitting for the pitcher Wessel earlier.
My guess is he's now hitting for somebody else in the lineup. I think Wessel might have moved over to defensive position somewhere.
0-1 count to Waddell. This one is a curveball off speed, fooled him. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that's what we needed right there. They're starting to hit the pitches that don't have much movement on them, so Gosden comes back with a curveball.
0-2 the count to Dalton Waddell of Model. One out, bottom of the third inning, 5-2 Cedartown leads. Checks the runner at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch, is going to be outside. Good plate discipline there from Waddell. And called ball, 1-2 the count. 1-2 the count to Dalton Waddell. Blue Devils with one in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch this time around is sent to left field. Kazort takes a few steps up and catches it, and the runner will retreat back to second. So good job there in the outfield by Corbin Kazort to get the sure catch in the second out.
And that'll bring up Josh Land. He's 1 for 1 with a single, and Model, you know, they've only lost one game. They've also been a team that scores lots of runs.
And 2 outs now in the bottom of the third inning. Cedartown leads 5-2, and Tyler Gosden wanting to get out of this one. First pitch is right down the middle, called strike on the fastball. Just got a good hit that time, and that helps him out. 0-1 the count. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed there. Strike 2. At bat, Josh Land, the first baseman, who had a single last inning. 0-2 count. He's getting behind early, and good job here for Gosden. Got to imagine he'll go with something off speed right here.
Probably go away from the zone easy here. We'll see what he does.
Swung and hit to shortstop. Easton Oxenrider cleanly fields it, throws over and gets him out at first. So that will retire the side here in the bottom half of the third inning. Cedartown leads 5-2, but Model gets those 2 runs back, strand 1, and we're going to head to the top half of the fourth inning right after this 60-second commercial break right here on the Big Double A. Cedartown 5, Model 2 after 3 innings.
At the top of the fourth, the score is 5-2 Cedartown.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. Live Wire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back here on the Big Double A. 2, 3, 4 batters due up this half inning for the Dogs. They lead it 5-2, a 3-run lead for Cedartown here in the top half of the fourth inning. Big thank you to Andrew Carter for fixing our camera right there for our YouTube viewers and our Facebook Live viewers who might watch the game later on. The first pitch to Jerry Simmons is going to be inside, ball 1. Simmons coming up to the plate first for the Dogs here in this inning. Simmons, Cade Smith, and I believe Jacob Bradshaw.
Dalton Bowman,
that's right, 2, 3, 4. Second one is going to be outside as well, ball 2. Brody Pearson on the mound for Model. He hit that 2-run shot last inning. That got them back into it. Top of the fourth.
It is indeed.
5-2 Cedartown on top. The 2-0 pitch is also outside, ball 3. And what you don't want to do if your Brody Pearson is allow Jerry Simmons to reach, because he is speedy.
He is speedy, and you've already walked a lot of Bulldogs, and they've resulted in runs.
Ball 3 is going to be inside, so strike 1. The 3-0 pitch, inside corner, as you said. 3-1 the count now to Jerry Simmons. The 3-1 pitch is swung on, sent to second base. It's slowly rolling to him. Simmons trying to leg it out, but they will get him out for the first out of the 4th inning.
Great job by Simmons to try to leg out the single, but just was able to get him by a step.
Yep, better play there by their number 22, Cardin Lynch, who's come in for second base. And that's going to bring up Cade Smith, the catcher for Cedartown, the senior. He's coming up to the plate with 1 out and nobody aboard.
Smith is 1 for 2, had a single and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Struck out looking back in the 1st.
5-2 Cedartown leads. First pitch to Cade Smith is going to be a bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. To Smith, senior catcher. Pitcher is ready, throws. The 1-0 is going to be curving in the zone last second for a strike. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. Cedartown leading Model right now 5-2 in the top of the 4th. The 1-1 pitch is inside, but he swung for a strike, 1-2. He swung at ball 2 that time. It was high and tight. He came around, didn't get a piece of it. 1-2 the count now to Cade Smith. The 1-2 pitch is going to curve and hit him. So Cedartown gets...
They're going to say hit his bat. Hit his bat.
All right, well, never mind then. So 1-2 the count. Looks like it hit him instead. They might say he leaned into it. I'm not sure.
No, it's they're going to say hit his bat.
Okay. I'm thinking he's saying he leaned into it, it looks like, but it's either way, it's going to be a 1-2 count still with 1 out. Kevin Johnson talks to the umpire, and they don't overturn it.
I'm pretty sure it hit his bat. I think, and Cade Smith is making the argument that it didn't. I heard the pop like it might have hit the handle of his bat.
That keeps it a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Cade Smith, and that one hits him.
That will be a hit batsman. So, same result.
So now Cade Smith goes over to first base. They're going to get a courtesy runner for him. Probably MJ Holiday would be my guess. So that brings up Dalton Bowman with a runner on first and 1 out. The speedy freshman MJ Holiday comes in to run for the senior catcher Cade Smith after that hit by pitch.
Batting next is number 3, Dalton Bowman.
How's Bowman done today?
Bowman is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. He also scored our 5th run.
Yes, he did.
Walks.
MJ Holiday might try to steal right here with a 1 out. First pitch to Bowman is going to be outside for a ball 1.
Gets a leap over there at first base, but does not decide to try. By the way, the shadows off the building behind the ball field here, just about to the edge of the infield dirt.
1-0 pitch to Bowman is going to miss outside just barely. 2-0 the count.
It might have been a tad low, too. 2-0 the count to Bowman. Bowman, as we said, he did walk back in the 3rd inning. Jacob Bradshaw waits on deck.
1 out. 2-0 count here to Bowman. This one is going to be swung on and sent a mile high into shallow center field. The second baseman going for it and catches it for the 2nd out. MJ Holiday will have to go back to first. So now 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And here comes Jacob Bradshaw.
That's right, over there on the left side. Shortstop comes running in and makes the catch. And that'll bring up Bradshaw with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Excuse me, it was shortstop, not second baseman, as you said. Here comes Bradshaw to the plate. Bowman, on that last pitch, he just got a bit too much under it. So here comes Bradshaw to the plate. Runner's going. The pitch comes to the backstop, so MJ Holiday will be at second with a stolen base. He had a good jump regardless of the wild pitch. Jake Ashley let that one get past him. And so now 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Jacob Bradshaw.
And it's a 1-0 count to him.
1-0 count.
Bradshaw is 1 for 1 hit by pitch and a base hit back in the 2nd inning. And now time has been asked for by the catcher, Jake Ashley. He's going to go out there and talk to Pearson.
Cedartown's bats were, really doing good last inning and the inning before that. And also a good job to draw some walks by Pearson, Brody Pearson, their pitcher that came in and walked a few runs. But since then, Cedartown not able to do a whole lot. We're going to have to change that if we want to hold on to this 5-2 lead here in the top of the 4th. A lot of game left. They're trying to get the pitcher to throw a pickoff. No dice this time. The 1-0 pitch is going to be taken for ball 2. 2-0 the count to number 20, Jacob Bradshaw. MJ Holiday stands on second. After Cade Smith got hit by a pitch, he came in a courtesy run and then stole a base just a moment ago. Holiday on second. 2-0 count to Jacob Bradshaw. They check the runner at second and now fire it in. This one gets away from Ashley as well. MJ Holiday is going to be at third now after a wild pitch. So 90 feet away from a score is the freshman MJ Holiday.
And 3 balls and no strikes as Pearson has not been able to find the zone much. I mean, he's gotten some outs here thanks to a ground out and a pop out. But at this at bat, 3-0 the count.
3-0 the count to Jacob Bradshaw. On deck, Corbin Kazort waits. And the 3-0 pitch to Bradshaw is going to be high, so that will put runners at the corners for Cedartown with 2 out as Corbin Kazort is coming up to the plate right now. Powerful sophomore looking to add an RBI to his total this year, and now the coach for Model as well as the catcher are going to come in for a mound visit. The whole infield's coming in now.
Don't know if he's going to make a change or not. We'll see. Might just be talking to.
Well, you don't want to burn too many pitchers if you're Model right now, and don't think that's what's going on. Could be wrong though. They're bringing in a person, so
they are going to pull him. So this will be the third pitcher.
Number 22 exits. That's Cardin Lynch. So I'm thinking there'll be a new pitcher. That's number 25, Jacob Monteith.
So he'll come off the bench to pitch in relief, the third relief pitcher for the Model Blue Devils. Runners first and third with 2 out. Dogs on top by a score of 5-2. We'll take a 60-second break as the new pitcher warms up here. We're in the bottom half of the fourth. Dogs on top, 5-2.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back here on the Big Double A, Cedartown Baseball. The Bulldogs lead 5-2 over the Model Blue Devils up here in Floyd County, Georgia. You have runners on the corners with 2 outs in the top half of the 4th inning. Corbin Kazort's coming up to the plate. You got MJ Holiday on second, and you also have Jacob Bradshaw standing on first base. MJ Holiday on third, rather. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for Corbin Kazort right here.
Next up to bat is number 10, Corbin Kazort.
New pitcher coming in for Model, that's number 25, Jacob Monteith. He's all ready, and the runner is going to second. He'll be safe there, no problem. That's Jacob Bradshaw moving up from first. And a smart decision from the catcher not to throw down.
Pitch was a ball, wasn't it?
I believe it was. Ball 1 to Corbin Kazort. 1-0 count to Corbin Kazort, the left fielder. This pitch is going to be high, but swung on. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count with 2 outs here to Corbin Kazort at the plate for the Dogs. The 1-1 pitch is going to be outside and bounced up there. 1-2 the count now.
Or 2-1.
2-1. That's right. That's how this works. 2-1 the count to Corbin Kazort. Pitcher stares in. Now he's ready. The 2-1 pitch is also outside. 3-1 the count. Kazort at the plate. Holiday at third. Bradshaw at second.
He walked his last time up, and he's got a single to his credit.
Good day at the plate. Let's see what happens here. 3-1 is swung on and missed off speed, and he went too fast for it. Swung a little early.
Yeah, it was a hitter's count, and he wanted to clear the bases that time. We'll see what he does now with a full count.
Payoff pitch coming from Monteith. Swung on and fouled right back here. Watch out, WGAA camera. Seems to be all right.
Looks all right. Maybe a piece of the net in the shot. We'll fix that later.
We'll fix it for y'all viewing on YouTube, but for the radio listeners, still a full count to Corbin Kazort. Payoff pitch coming from Monteith is a bit high, not by much. Either way, that will load the bases.
Second time today that Corbin has walked in as many innings, and now Bryson Cheatwood has also walked. He also flew out to center field his last time up, so he's 0 for 1 officially.
Next is number 11, Bryson.
2 outs and bases full. Dogs trying to get those 2 runs back at least.
First pitch to Cheatwood is swung on and missed on the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count with 2 outs to Cheatwood.
Yeah, that one might have been off the plate a little bit too, and Cheatwood couldn't help but swing at it.
0-1 pitch is going to be swung on as well. Strike 2, that one was definitely in the zone, and Cheatwood just missed. 0-2 the count.
Dropped it down in the zone, and Cheatwood comes up empty. 0-2 the count.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Cheatwood. Is outside, bounced up there. Ashley stopped it though.
Good job there by Bryson not to, because it's so enticing to swing at that. With a 1-2 count now, the 0-2 was going to be a waste pitch. We'll see what he comes back with a 1-2 here.
1-2 pitch here to Cheatwood is swung on and missed, so the Dogs go down here in the top half of the 4th. Bases loaded, we strand 3, and we'll head into the bottom half of the 4th with a 5-2 lead right here on the Big AA. 60-second break, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right here.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back. We begin the bottom half of the 4th inning in Cedartown with a 5-2 lead. Bases left loaded in the 4th for the Dogs. Tyler Gosden will return to work here after giving up 2 runs in the previous inning. Hoping to limit that here. It'll be Whitefield, Lloyd, and Ashley due up for the Model Blue Devils.
Yeah, bottom 3rd of their lineup, 7, 8, 9 batters. Starting out with Whitefield right here, and the first pitch to him is swung on and fouled right side for strike 1. First pitch of the bottom half of the 4th inning will be a strike after that foul, so 0-1 the count here. The 0-1 pitch from Gosden is going to be swung on right back to him, though. Gosden fields it, throws over, and gets him out. 1-3 put out, gets the first out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And now that is going to bring up for Model Patrick Lloyd, number 8, their center fielder. Cedartown leads 5-2 with 1 out in the bottom half of the 4th here at Model High School up in Rome, Georgia. Kind of in between Rome and maybe Shannon, in fact. Might be a Shannon address here in northern Floyd County. So here comes Patrick Lloyd to the bat. 1 out, nobody aboard for the Blue Devils. First pitch to Lloyd is going to be right down the middle. A called strike, might have been a bit on the outside corner rather than down the middle, but regardless of the location, called a strike. 0-1 the count with 1 out. 0-1 pitch from Gosden is going to be way inside, almost hit him, but did not, so that'll make it a 1-1 count here to Patrick Lloyd. 1-1 pitch is going to be placed on the outside corner and called a strike that time. That's not a pitch they've called too much today.
It hasn't, but that was a good job there by Gosden, who was able to locate it well. And it's 1-2.
1-2 count here. Pitch coming from Gosden, swung on and sent to deep center field. Elder doesn't have to move too much forward and catches it for the second out of the inning. And now that brings up their catcher.
Sorry about that, Logan. Good job there, Gosden. It was a hard hit ball, but Griffin Elder can cover lots of real estate there in the outfield, able to make the catch easily for the second out of the inning. Now, as you mentioned, Jake Ashley 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. A great catch by Jerry Simmons back in the second inning.
First pitch to him is going to be low that time, ball 1. 5-2, the score. Cedartown leading Model here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 1-0 pitch to Ashley is swung on and fouled right side out of play. That'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Cedartown will be back in action on Saturday as we take on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Noon start at the Rock. We'll have the call for you. We'll start on Facebook Live only.
And the pitch is going to be fouled back and went right towards the mic. Thankfully didn't hit it that time though. 1-2 count now to Jake Ashley of Model. Cedartown, Tyler Gosden still at the plate. He's been still at the mound rather. He's been the starting pitcher today and it's gone through almost 4 complete. If he can throw a strike right here, it will be 4 complete innings. 2 outs, 1-2 count. And here comes the pitch from Gosden. It is on the outside corner, but a bit low. So ball 2. 2-2 the count now to Jake Ashley. Cedartown leading 5-2. Gosden quickly back. 2-2 pitch, grounded back to Gosden, who throws over to first for his second put out of the inning. Cedartown leads through 4 complete, 5-2. Bulldogs on top. We're going to take a quick break here on the Big Double A. You'll hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the top half of the 5th inning right here on WGAA Radio.
The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. Livewire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And welcome back. It's the top half of the 5th inning. Cedartown with a 5-2 lead over the Model Blue Devils. Dogs will bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters up in the inning. Cade Dingler, Griffin Elder, and Easton Oxenrider. In the bottom third of the order, hitless today, although Cade Dingler did have an RBI ground out back in the second inning. Struck out looking in the third. Griffin Elder 0 for 1 with a walk. So not completely without production, but no hits in that bottom third. So Cade Dingler looking to change that here against their new pitcher who took over in the previous inning, number 25, Monteith.
Yeah, Jacob Monteith. And, you know, what you want to do here, you've got to add to this lead. If your Cedartown Model has been threatening, they've been swinging really well, and you really want to just add to this lead. First pitch to Dingler is going to be outside, ball 1, here to start out the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 the count to the sophomore second baseman. And the 1-0 pitch from Monteith is also inside, but swinging at it is Dingler. Fouls it left side. Out of play for strike 1.
He jammed him that time, and Dingler fouled it back behind the third base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Dingler, Elder, and Oxenrider due up. The 1-1 count, 1-1 pitch rather, is outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. to Cade Dingler. The 2-1, that one's low, bounced up there. Ball 3. 3-1 the count from Jacob Monteith. Tried to go off speed that time and didn't quite put it in the zone. 3-1 is swung on, and in the infield, it's going slowly to shortstop. Dingler trying to leg it out, and he is safe with an infield single.
I knew eventually we'd get one of those today. We've had a couple of soft ground balls. This infield grass is very thick here, and any roller on the infield that's hit slow enough, and of course Dingler has above average speed, able to get down there and leg it out for an infield single to lead it off here in the top of the 5th. Griffin Elder looking for his first hit today, 0 for 1 and a walk.
Well, I'd like to see him hit another 2-run shot right here.
I'd love it.
Elder at the plate. First pitch to him is popped up into the infield. Shortstop calling it off. He is going to go under it for a catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Griffin Elder comes up, and now here comes Easton Oxenrider with 1 out and Cade Dingler on first base.
Oxenrider's 1 for 3 with a double, a ground out and a fly out to left field. Don't need a ground out here. That could result in a double play. We don't want that.
Top of the 5th, the Dogs on the Blue Devils 5-2. First pitch to Oxenrider is low for ball 1. Good stop there by Jake Ashley, the catcher for Model. Makes it ball 1. The 1-0 is high that time, ball 2. Cedartown's game tomorrow, as we alluded to earlier, against Villarica has been canceled. Villarica has to make up a region game. That one hit into the gap between first and second by Oxenrider, and Dingler is going to go for third. He will be there with a stand-up single for Easton Oxenrider there. Cade Dingler safe at third, and now Jerry Simmons comes to the plate.
Well, Logan, that was just great hitting there. They were holding the runner on at first base, which meant there was a huge gap there between first and second, and Oxenrider able to guide that ball on a ground ball up the middle and got aboard there. Dingler able to get over to third base. Runners at the corners. Jerry Simmons is 1 for 3 with a single.
Well, let's see if the right fielder can get his first RBI of the day with a hit here. 1 out. First pitch to him is outside. Good stop again by Ashley, and Oxenrider will move up on that pitch. Got just far enough from the catcher to where he wouldn't be able to make a throw. And Speedy Oxenrider, the shorter commit, makes it over to second with ease. Runners on second and third now with 1 out for the Dogs. That takes away the conventional double play. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Is high, ball 2. Jacob Monteith for Model on the mound right now. He's their second reliever they brought in. The 2-0 is going to catch the top part of the zone for a called strike. 2-1 the count. Good pitch that time by Monteith. 2-1 with 1 out. Jerry Simmons rather at the plate. The 2-1, that one's going to be low. Bounced up there, ball 3. 3-1 the count, as you heard the umpire say on our field mic. Cade Smith waits on deck for Cedartown. The 3-1 pitch is going to be in the zone, outside corner for a called strike, and that makes it a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's taking on the 3-1 pitch now, and we'll see what he comes back with a payoff.
Payoff pitch is swung on and sent right to third baseman. He's going to make the throw over to first, but the run will score for Cedartown. So that brings it to a 6-2 game. RBI ground out by Jerry Simmons scores Cade Dingler, and now Easton Oxenrider 90 feet away from being our 7th run of the game as Cade Smith steps into the batter's box.
What an incredible job there by the third baseman for them. That is Connor Yarbrough, able to dive there, saved a run there. We did get 1 run, could have been 2 if it got through for a hit.
And the first pitch to Cade Smith is hit up to the shortstop. Shortstop cleanly fields it, throws over to first, and gets him out. So that will be the end of this inning. Cedartown leads 6-2 into the top of the 5th, and we're heading into the bottom half of this inning. Cedartown 6, Model 2. We're going to take a break and be back with the bottom of the 5th right here on the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And welcome back to Cedartown High School Baseball, WGAA 106.1 FM, AM 1340. Andrew Carter with Logan Maddox here as Tyler Gosden continues his work here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. It'll be the top of the order due up for them. Gosden able to get them 1-2-3 back in the fourth. It'll be Davis, Chastain, Connor Yarborough, and Brody Pearson due up for them as we begin the bottom half, the home half of the fifth inning, and a 6-2 lead for the Dogs.
Yes, indeed. Good that Cedartown could score at least one last inning. I would have liked to have scored Easton Oxton Rider from third as well, but regardless, we have a four-run lead back, and this isn't a team that you want to let hang around.
No, not at all.
I mean, they're very talented. They've got power at every position, and top of the lineup coming up here for the Blue Devils. Gosden continuing his work on the mound through 4 innings, only 2 runs allowed, and here comes the first pitch. It is going to be a bit high there, ball 1.
And that 1 run was a 2-run home, or the 2 runs were on a 2-run home run by Brody Pearson, who is the third batter to come to the plate here in the inning.
The 1-0 pitch is going to be swung on and missed, that time by Chastain. 1-1 the count, that evens it up. Bottom half of the fifth inning, Cedartown up 6-2 on top of Model High School. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Same exact location, same exact result. 1-2 the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes to start out the bottom of the fifth. The 1-2 pitch swung and missed. 3 straight swings and misses for Brody Chastain, retires him, and that's the first out of the bottom half of the fifth. That's going to bring up for them number 13.
Yes, Connor Yarborough coming up, but that was a huge strikeout there by Tyler Gosden. Chastain was 2 for 2 with 2 singles, so that's the first time we've been able to retire him today. And Connor Yarborough for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out.
First pitch to Yarborough is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Just blew it right by him that time. A nice fastball from the senior Gosden. Gets the first strike. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch from Gosden. It is hit right to Jacob Bradshaw and goes past him. Should have been able to field it that time, just didn't get to it quickly enough, and that's going to be setting up Yarborough on first base with an E5.
Right through his glove. I mean, he was down to a knee, had a good chance to get to it. He just missed it. And that's the first error committed by the Dogs in this game. That'll bring up Brody Pearson with a runner aboard, and this was the same situation he had back in the third inning.
Well, Gosden's going to have to be careful right here. First pitch to him is going to be just apparently inside. I'm not sure. Looked good to me, and Gosden liked it as well, but must have been a bit inside there. Ball 1. 1-0 the count to Brody Pearson, the number 3 batter for Model right here. The 1-0 is fouled back to us. 1-1 the count. That evens it up. Thump indeed with 1 out. On deck for Model is number 4. That's their cleanup batter.
I mean, this wind is just absolutely brutal. It's like you're on the beach, but no beach.
Yes, indeed. Well, no beach right here, and the runner acts like he's going to go. Same exact location, and again caught a ball a bit inside from Gosden. 2-0 the count to Brody Pearson. 2-1 rather. He fouled 1 off previously. 2-1 the count. Checks the runner at first, fires it in there right past him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, he's not afraid of him, going right after him. But you don't want to throw one over the plate to Pearson because he will hit another home run if he does.
Oh, he definitely will. He killed it to left field last time out. Right to the power alley. Went right over that tall fence. 2-2 the count, and the pitch fouled back again. Staying alive is Brody Pearson. The shortstop turned pitcher turned shortstop for Model today. Came in as relief pitcher for about an inning. Got into some walk trouble, but has had no problem at the plate today. The 2-2 pitch is going to be outside. It goes right back and hits our camera again.
Head on.
And we'll get up and fix that for you real quick. The runner stays at first, though. No, excuse me. Runner moves up, and for some reason Pearson acted like he was going to try to go over to first. That's why the confusion happened right there. So Cedartown with now a runner allowed to move over to second base on that wild pitch.
Let's go. We got 3-2 count now.
Full count to Brody Pearson of Model. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Cedartown up by 4 runs at 6-2 right now. Brody Pearson at the plate. Payoff pitch coming here in just a second from Gosden. Right down the middle, strikeout looking by Brody Pearson for out number 2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Great pitch there by Gosden, just right down the middle. Perfect location right there on the camera. Great pitch by Tyler Gosden. And here comes Brody Pace, the cleanup batter. If you got a runner in scoring position, you got to be careful if you're Tyler Gosden. It's a righty versus lefty matchup as Pace bats left. Gosden, a right-handed pitcher, and the first pitch to him is going to be outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. A looking strikeout last at bat for Brody Pearson. And now 2 outs. Brody Pace at the plate, cleanup batter. The 1-0 swung on and fouled behind him. 1-1 the count. Our camera is just a baseball magnet today. No other way around it,
I'm
right?
telling you. We've got it right up against the net, so you don't see it in the net in the shot, but we may have to do something different next time.
1-1 the count to Brody Pace. Gosden checks the runner at second, fires it in there, and now Pace fouls it the opposite side, this one the left side. Foul, and that makes it a 1-2 count.
Way out of play there, but a great pitch there by Tyler Gosden. 2 Ks in the inning, by the way. That strikeout there of Brody Pearson, a big strikeout by the guy who hit the 2-run home run last time up. So now it's a 1-2 count to Brody Pace.
And if you're Gosden, you just want to get out of this inning. You got 2 outs, 2 strikes. The 1-2 count. Swung on and missed, and we are out of the 5th inning. Only 2 innings left, and Cedartown leads 6-2.
3 strikeouts in the inning, 1 left aboard thanks to the error. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We head now to the top of the 6th. Dogs on top, 6-2.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Top half of the 6th inning coming up as the Dogs will turn to the middle of their order. Dalton Bowman, Jacob Bradshaw, and Corbin Kazort are the due batters here as Coach Johnson jogs to his third base coaching box. It'll be, of course, Bowman is hitting for Gosden. He's the DH today. And Bowman is 0 for 2, a strikeout, a pop out. He's walked one time and scored 1 run. And here comes Bowman, who is looking for his first hit on the day as we begin the top half of the 6th inning. Dogs on top by a score of 6-2.
4, 5, and 6 batters due up here in the top half of the 6th. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, the first pitch he sees, he fouls very hardly right side. And a whole lot of baseballs out that way. Fouled it over there and in the parking lot.
Yeah, a little marshy area right below the middle school here at Model.
Second one is swung on and missed, so that's a 0-2 count quickly for Dalton Bowman. The senior just not having a great day at the plate right now. Let's see if he can change that with this pitch. The 0-2 from Monteith is outside that time just a bit.
Yeah,
ball one.
And that was a good take, Logan. Sorry about that. It was a good take there on the outside. It was tailing away with another breaking pitch. 1-2 now to Bowman.
Good plate discipline by the senior. And here's the 1-2. That one is just a bit low for ball 2. 2-2 the count, no outs, top of the 6th. Ooh. Top of the 6th inning. And that one is going to be swung on, sent to shortstop. Shortstop is going to field it, throw over, and get Bowman out by a step and a half for the first out of the 6th inning.
So that means Bowman is now 0 for 3. A pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout. He's got all 3 outs in different ways. Here's Jacob Bradshaw now, 1 for 2. Actually, he's 1 for 1. He's walked once, got hit by a pitch once. He's reached all 3 times he's been up, so another great day at the plate for Jacob Bradshaw, our number 5 hitter.
The junior third baseman steps into the plate with 1 out. First pitch he sees, he pops it up.
Straight up.
At foul territory, third baseman going forward. He puts his glove up and catches it. 1 pitch, 1 out, retires Jacob Bradshaw. So now the sophomore Corbin Kazort comes up to the plate. The left fielder steps in, trying to get a big hit and keep the inning going with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
That's right. The pop out over there in foul territory left side retires Bradshaw. Kazort is 1 for 1 with a single, 2 walks.
First pitch is swung on and missed, a bit high there. But again, it's swung on and missed. So 0-1 the count. And here's the 0-1 pitch. He went around, it looked like.
Yeah, he did.
That was definitely outside and low. Bounced up to him, but he swung on accident, did Corbin Kazort. So now an 0-2 count quickly. He's going to have to battle to try to reach on this one.
He just couldn't hold up his swing that time. 0-2.
0-2 pitch is going to be bounced up to him for ball 1. On deck, Bryson Cheatwood would be up next if Corbin Kazort can reach. Kazort, the number 6 batter in today's lineup. Now the 1-2 pitch is high and in. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 6-2 lead for Cedartown here in the top half of the 6th inning. 2 outs here.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one catches the zone, and a looking strikeout will retire the side. Cedartown goes 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 6th, and we lead it 6-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to take a 60-second commercial break here on the Big AA, and we'll be back with some more Cedartown baseball right after this.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the 6th inning. It will be the middle of Model's order due up. Dalton Waddell, Josh Land, and Dawson Whitefield due up against Tyler Gosden, who's got a 6-2 lead over these Model Blue Devils on the road.
First pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning is going to be sent to straight center field, and it is going to be caught by Griffin Elder.
What a catch. What a catch by Griffin Elder. Able to run it down, very similar to the out he made against Rockmart in the top half of the 7th inning. Came running, using his speed to his advantage, and grabs it for out number 1 on the first pitch from Waddell.
And now that's going to bring up their first baseman, number 21, Josh Land. Land with nobody aboard and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. It's going to take a ball low for the first pitch.
1-0 the count. He is 1 for 2, a single back in the 2nd. Grounded to short back in the 3rd.
That one is a called strike on the outside corner.
There's a late call there from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, and that's not a pitch they've called too many times. Might have been a ball, but we'll take it. 1-1 the count with 1 out. The 1-1 is swung on and missed by Land. That makes it a 2nd strike and a 1-2 count.
I'd say that inside corner pitch there for Tyler Gosden has been very tempting to swing at, and he's gotten some swings and misses out of it.
Here's the 1-2. That's just a bit outside. Ball 2. Cedartown leading 6-2 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And the 2-2 pitch is going to be popped back to us. Staying alive, Josh Land. On deck for Model is number 10 for them. That's Dawson Whitefield. The 2-2 is fouled off. Again, a nice battle as you hear some Model fans exclaiming back here. Good battle going on between Gosden and Land.
And Kate Smith just barely, just not able to catch that foul tip there. If he catches that, that's an out. 2-2 the count now with 1 away.
Again, the 2-2 pitch is high, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Josh Land, gets the 2nd out here in the bottom half of the 6th, and Model is down to their last 4 outs, down by 4 runs.
6th strikeout on the day for Tyler Gosden, and now it'll bring up Dawson Whitefield. Whitefield 1 for 2 with a single, and a ground out, a comebacker to the pitcher that Gosden took care of.
First pitch of this at bat is going to be inside for a ball 1.
Trying to paint the inside corner with a fastball, but missed with it a bit too far in.
Whitefield, their right fielder, has had some nice catches today, but only 1 single. And that's going to be a strike 1 called.
It was at the knees and the outer part of the plate. A good pitch there from Tyler Gosden. 1 ball and 1 strike.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Gosden is ready. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and sent to deep left field, and that one is going to hit the wall. Corbin Kazort gets it, but Whitefield is already standing on second. The throw comes in, and he's there with a stand-up double with 2 outs. A 2-out double for Dawson Whitefield continues the inning, and here comes number 8 to the plate, Patrick Lloyd, their center fielder.
Yeah, Whitefield crushed that ball. That one landed right at the base of the wall. There's a little bit of gap between the wall and the bottom of the field. I think there is some chain link behind there that keeps it in play. He had to dig it out from that crack there below the wall, threw it back in, and made a great throw to second base. The day will be done for Tyler Gosden, who departs with a 6-2 lead here in the bottom half of the 6th. So he goes 5 1/3. It'll be MJ Holiday who gets the call, and we'll let him warm up and come back after a 60-second timeout. 2 outs. And a runner on second base with a double. Back with more baseball after this.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street.
New items are arriving all the time. Livewire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. All the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And the new pitcher coming in for Cedartown is freshman MJ Holiday. He's come in, in relief in a couple of games. He's also started that one in the tournament against Cartersville and pitched really well in every game that he's come in so far.
Yeah, everybody who's seen MJ pitch has been very impressed. And, he's a freshman, so he's getting, work as a freshman on this varsity team. He also plays on the JV team, so he gets lots of experience. He gets to pitch JV and varsity. And I think this is his first relief appearance, if I'm not mistaken. He has started once, might have had a relief appearance one other time.
I think he did really early in the season, maybe a Daresville.
I think he might have thrown in that game too. So MJ Holiday completing his warm-up tosses. So Tyler Gosden's day is done. He pitched well. The only blemish on his record was a 2-run home run allowed back in the third inning. They gave Model their only 2 runs. And MJ Holiday completing his warm-up tosses with a runner on second base, and that of Dawson Whitefield, who hit a pretty hard hit double to center field off of Tyler Gosden. So Gosden will go back to the dugout and rest for the rest of this game. And he'll get ready for next week when we open up our region schedule with a 2-game series against the Chapel Hill Panthers.
And that's going to be some revenge games. Let me tell y'all, they were the team that put us out of the playoffs last year, if you remember Andrew Carter, with that walk-off home run that ended our region schedule.
I couldn't forget if I wanted to, and believe me, I want to.
And here, coming up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second for them is number 8, Patrick Lloyd. Cade Smith is going to go up and have a word real quick with MJ Holiday, but they already have a double just a moment ago, right before we went to a commercial break. That was a double hit by Dawson Whitefield, their right fielder. And so with 2 outs, they've got a runner on second in scoring position. Cedartown leads 6-2 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Patrick Lloyd, their center fielder, is going to come up to the plate now.
Well, you were talking about that awful end of our playoff run last year that ended with that walk-off home run. At least that guy is gone. He was a senior that year, so we won't see him again. But back here in this game, 6-2 lead for Cedartown. The runner at second base is Gosden's responsibility. So MJ Holiday is going to try to get the final out here in the top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th, rather.
And the first pitch to Lloyd is going to be a called strike on the outside corner. A great first pitch by freshman MJ Holiday.
He buckled the knees there of Lloyd there and got the call. 0-1 the count.
With 2 outs as well, so Holiday looking to make quick work in this inning. Bottom of the 6th, 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. It's bounced up there, and the runner will move up to third base on that wild pitch. That is Dawson Whitefield now, and a 1-1 count to Patrick Lloyd. Whitefield 90 feet away from a score that would bring Model within 3 runs for the first time since, I believe, the 3rd inning.
Cedartown led at that point 1-0.
And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Patrick Lloyd. A good comeback pitch there from MJ Holiday.
I mean, he threw outside and he swung at it. It was a pitch that had a lot of motion on it. MJ with a smile on his face looks into Cade Smith for the sign. It's 1-2.
MJ with the 1-2 pitch outside, but a good stop there by Cade Smith. 2-2 the count now. And
Whitefield at third base after the wild pitch, 90 feet away. the third run for Model. Cedartown up by a score of 6-2. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Runner on third base, checks the runner. 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit to left field. Down for a hit. 1 run will score, and that is a 2-out RBI single for Patrick Lloyd. That brings Model within 3. It's now 6-3 as Dawson Whitefield comes around the score.
And that's a shame, too, that runner at third base. That's going to be charged against Tyler Gosden's ERA. Of course, Tyler still in line for the save here, or for the win, rather. And MJ Holiday gave up that RBI single.
2 outs. Get an out.
6-3
right
the score. And here's Ashley.
Yep, the catcher, Jake Ashley, coming up to the plate. First pitch he sees is going to be a high curveball for a ball 1.
Hey, get up on it and rip it right here. Turn it for me one time.
Ashley, number 15, a big catcher for Model with a lot of power at the plate. And we've already seen him hit one. He got behind one earlier and sent it to right field. The 1-0 pitch is going to be hit to third base. Bradshaw catches it, throws it over, and gets him out of the inning. Cedartown escapes, only allowing 1 run on an RBI single just a moment ago. 6-3, Dogs lead it through 6 innings, and we'll be right back here on the Big AA with the top half of the 7th inning right after this.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Bottom third of the order due up for the Cedartown Bulldogs here in the top half of the 7th as we lead it by a score of 6-3. Bryson Cheatwood, Cade Dingler, and Griffin Elder due up for the Dogs. You know, we had this similar situation earlier. We mentioned that the bottom third hadn't done a whole lot. Bryson Cheatwood 0 for 2 with a walk. Had a productive at bat back in the 2nd inning. Cade Dingler had a base hit his last time up and scored our 6th run thanks to an RBI ground out by Jerry Simmons. Then Griffin Elder is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. He's also walked 1 time. So this bottom third of the order looking for another hit, as Dingler's the only one who has a hit here in the bottom third. And Bryson Cheatwood would love to get a hit here. Hitless today, as we said, 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Yep, the senior Bryson Cheatwood, first baseman, starting it out. First pitch he sees is up high, ball 1. Jacob Monteith still on the mound for Model. He came in to as relief a few innings ago, and he's done pretty good since he's come in.
Yeah, he has.
Second pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1-1 the count now to Bryson Cheatwood.
Just an off-balance swing there from Cheatwood.
1-1 count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it is outside as well. Ball 2. 2-1 the count now to Bryson Cheatwood, the senior first baseman at the plate for the Dogs today, looking for his first hit, as Andrew said a moment ago. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Strike with 2.
Yeah, just late on that one. He came up and in on him, and he swung right under it. 2-2 the count now to Bryson Cheatwood.
And the 2-2 pitch is bounced up there. Ball 3, full count now for the senior first baseman, number 11, Bryson Cheatwood.
Yeah, I think if If I'm Monteith, I'm coming right after him again with a fastball. See if he can catch up with it.
He's got to be ready. Payoff pitch low that time, and he gets aboard with a no-out walk.
Second walk today for Bryson Cheatwood, and I don't really understand that pitch selection there. You know, Bryson has swung and missed at 2 pitches in that at bat that were up and in on him. So go up and in on him again and see if he'll swing and miss at it again. He'll be relieved for a pinch runner.
Yep, for Cedartown, that is number 19, Walker. So Michael Walker is coming in to pinch run for Bryson Cheatwood.
You know, Logan, every time we say that Michael Walker comes into a game, you just don't realize how tall he is. I mean, he is tall. He's 6'3", 4", something like that.
I mean, he's a great basketball player as well, a great baseball player, and I'm really excited to see him progress. I mean, only a sophomore, but at the plate now, another sophomore, Cade Dingler. First pitch he sees, fouls it right side. So strike one with no outs and a runner on first base, a speedy runner at that, and Michael Walker.
Cade Dingler, as we said, 1 for 3, a single, a run scored, and an RBI. So,
decent day at the plate. Pretty good plate appearances so far for Cade Dingler.
Yeah, it is.
But you want to up that right here with another base hit or a drawn walk. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Runner is going. Michael Walker is going to be safe. A high throw into the outfield. Walker fakes like he's going to go to third, but stays at second. So a stolen base that time for the sophomore. The throw from Jake Ashley just, I think, got away from him. All smiles from the catcher, and he's a good catcher. That'll happen to you.
Well, that was a wise decision there for Walker not to try for third base, because the backup man was right there in place to get it and keep it from going farther to the outfield. Runner at second base now.
1-1 the count, and the pitch is going to be low, ball 2. 2-1 now. Cade Dingler at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Michael Walker on second, and a base hit will more than likely score him.
Griffin Elder waits on deck.
The 2-1 swung on and sent to right field. The right fielder's coming in for it. He's going to have to race, and it drops for a base hit. Michael Walker will move over to third. Cade Dingler is safe with a single. And now we've got runners at the corners for Griffin Elder.
Great day at the plate today for Cade Dingler. 2 for 3, or rather 2 for 4, 2 singles, an RBI ground out. A strikeout looking was his only blemish, really. He was called on for a sacrifice in the second. Here's Griffin Elder, who is hitless today, 0 for 2. Pop out his last time up.
And, we mentioned earlier Cade Dingler getting back into a bit of a slump before today's game. He's made a big impact tonight against these Model Blue Devils. 6-3 Cedartown leads, runners at the corners. Griffin Elder's first pitch to him is going to be outside, ball 1. Top half of the 7th inning, Cedartown up by 3 runs. Model will have 3 outs to try to tie it to extend this game when they come up to the plate, but still no outs here for Cedartown. Second pitch, Griffin sees. He sends it to left field. It's going, it's gone! 3-run shot, Griffin Elder, and Cedartown leads 9-3.
Same place he hit the home run on Monday. It cleared that 15-foot wall in left field.
And back-to-back games with a home run, Griffin Elder with the exclamation point, and it's 9-3.
The football field is located right behind the left field wall, and that pitch probably landed on the 50-yard line.
And the best part, we still do not have an out here in the top half of the 7th. Cedartown needs to keep adding it on, because you never know what to expect from this model team. They've got really good bats, and you don't want to give them any chance. And that's what Easton Oxenrider is thinking right now as he comes up to the plate. Top half of the order due up for Cedartown with no outs. Oxenrider, Simmons, and Kate Smith still due up this inning. Starting out with the junior shortstop, the shorter commit, Oxenrider.
So a walk, a single, and a 3-run jack by Griffin Elder extends the Bulldogs lead 9-3. And here's Oxenrider.
First pitch to Easton is swung on and popped behind him. Foul ball, strike 1.
Easton Oxenrider is 2 for 4. A double, a single, a run scored, a ground out, and a fly out to left.
The 0-1 to Oxenrider is outside, ball 1. Griffin Elder, just unbelievable stretch of game so far for him. But the 1-1 to Oxenrider bounced up there, ball 2.
Griffin Elder in the past couple of years has really turned on the heat late in the season, but this year he's starting to turn it on early.
This one fouled by Oxenrider off his foot. 2-2 the count now. And I remember Griffin, and this is something I'll never forget. He was struggling batting, his freshman year, which was my senior year, 2017. He was really struggling at the plate, but he was doing a great job in center field, and you couldn't take him out of the lineup. And we let him play against Sandy Creek, and he hit a home run so far, against the Patriots, and that 100% solidified him in the batting lineup. So, and he hit a triple.
Yeah, it was a triple.
Triple, that's what it was. Thought it was a home run, but that pitch is going to be outside. Ball 3 now, full count. I thought it was a homer, but I think you're right, a triple. But he crushed it, got every bit of that pitch, and that really, earned him the starting spot in the lineup, and he's kept it ever since. But now a full count to Oxenrider. The payoff pitch coming is outside. Ball 4, and that will set up shop. He's going over to first base now, and the inning continues with a no out. Here comes Jerry Simmons.
Looks like they're going to send out a runner for, or maybe a pinch hitter. I don't know. Coach Johnson's coming in. But talking about that, that was Walker Barrow's senior year, and Walker Barrow had commanded center field for the last 3 years, and Griffin Elder was I think it was the right fielder his freshman year, and then when Walker graduated, moved over to center field. We talked about all those great defensive gems that Walker Barrow did, and using Walker Barrow as a verb, like he Walker Barrowed that. Jamie and I, those years that we called games together on a regular basis. And then I remember last year in the Rockmart game, last game of the season, Griffin Elder made an incredible catch in center field, robbed a home run, and Jamie Newsom had this to say. He said, I mean this in the utmost respect, Walker Barrow made some Walker Barrow plays, but now we can qualify Griffin Elder as a verb.
Oh, yeah. Well,
he Griffin Eldered that. And now, offensively speaking, 2 home runs on the season for him. Leads the team in homers, and a new pitcher for the Model Blue Devils. I think that's number 17.
Yeah, that's Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman coming into the game, and we'll see what he can do here on the mound for the Blue Devils, trying to get these last 3 outs that will bring them back up to the plate. But Cedartown now leading 9-3. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a great game so far for the Dogs at the plate. Scored 5 runs earlier, then scored another one, and then this inning so far we've brought 3 across thanks to a 3-run shot by Griffin Elder. He brought himself home along with Cade Dingler and Bryson Cheatwood, or his pinch runner Taji Hudson. But either way, just a great game so far for Cedartown at the plate. Michael Walker, you're right. Sorry about that, Mr. and Mrs. Walker, but Michael Walker came around to score there, and but a great hit by Griffin Elder, and that's what we were just expanding upon, now leading the team in home runs.
Well, it set up that situation. Bryson Cheatwood's walk, and Bryson had a couple of bad swings in that at bat, able to hold off and force the walk. He got aboard, had a courtesy runner out there for him. Cade Dingler got another base hit, his second one, and then Griffin Elder, with his first hit of the day, a 3-run jack, adds to the 6-run lead that we had. It's now 9-3 with a runner on first as Oxenrider walked right after that. And now they've changed pitchers. Jerry Simmons, who is 1 for 4 on the day. He does have 2 RBIs, though. A single back in the 3rd inning, which was an RBI single. Had a RBI ground out back in the 5th inning. So Simmons having a good day at the plate. Dogs are really, even though, a lot of us only have maybe 1 hitter of reach base 1 time or whatever, outs have been relatively productive. We haven't had any outs that haven't been unproductive today, and that's been a welcome change that we've seen since early on in the season. We had a lot of outs that were just pop outs or fly outs or strikeouts, but a lot of our at-bats have been very productive in this game, and as of late, too. Runner at first base and Simmons.
And they throw it to try to get Easton Oxenrider out. He was sleeping, but it's an error on the throw, and now Easton will be safe at second. They would have got him if it was a good throw. Easton just wasn't ready. That was a great, very smart move there by number 17, the new pitcher coming in, Gavin Freeman.
He just overthrew the first baseman. A good throw might have gotten him. But Oxenrider stands at second base with nobody out for Simmons. No pitch yet.
They check the runner at second. Now the first pitch to Simmons is going to be high. Easton goes to third, and he is safe at third.
Did a great job there by the third baseman to keep that one from heading to the outfield.
That would have scored Easton Oxenrider with ease, but now he's safe at third. On deck for the Dogs, number 22, John Watkins, a senior, is going to come in and pinch hit up next.
I think we're going to see some pinch hitters in the next several innings.
And the next pitch to Simmons is hit. It's going to first base. Easton will score. The first baseman will tag out. And now Cedartown in double-digit scoring today, 10-3. They lead it over Model. One out here in the top half of the seventh, and that'll bring up John Watkins.
In another RBI. 3 of them today for Jerry Simmons.
Yep, John Watkins at the plate, a senior, one of the reserve players, and glad that he's getting a chance to come up to the plate. He's going to take a ball one outside on his first pitch that he sees here today against Model. 1-0 the count. Watkins at the plate. Freeman is ready, and here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and also caught our camera again. We'll fix that for you real quick. Viewers on YouTube, 1-1 the count now. John Watkins at the plate. One out, top half of the seventh. The 1-1 swung on and sent to deep center field. Unfortunately, the center fielder gets right under it, but a great hit there by John Watkins.
Yeah, he put some metal on the ball there and hit it deep. Center fielder had to go retreat back, but Watkins flies out to center for out number 2.
And the dugout giving him some love. That's what you love to see there, the camaraderie between the Cedartown Bulldogs. Now 2 outs in the top of the seventh, and here comes Dalton Bowman. First pitch Bowman sees is going to be outside, or they're going to call a strike. Must have hit the outside corner there, 0-1 count.
Yeah, that was
a good pitch from Freeman.
Yeah, it was. Freeman caught the outside corner on that one, 0-1, and Bowman is looking for his first hit today.
The 0-1 pitch is swung on, goes to third base and eats him up. First hit of the day for Bowman, and he's rounding first, going for 2, and he's going to be there with a stand-up double. Too slowly getting to it was the left fielder, and a 2-out double for Dalton Bowman. Gets a runner in scoring position for Jacob Bradshaw.
Great job there by Bowman. I thought for sure it was going to be a single, but the left fielder, again, had trouble getting to it. And it is a double, and Jacob Bradshaw now to the plate. Bradshaw has a hit today. He's walked once, hit by pitch once, and popped out to third base one time.
First pitch to Bradshaw is killed to left side, but foul. If he straightens that up a little bit, that's a homer.
Yeah, that was hit really hard. Beg your pardon.
He got every bit of that, and he's one of our most consistent hitters. We've been saying it, but that's the one thing he doesn't have on his resume is a home run. He'd love to change it right here. The 0-1 pitch swung on and hit to second base. Second baseman cleanly fields it, throws over, and gets him out at first. So the Dogs do end up finally getting 3 outs, or getting out 3 times here in the top half of the seventh, but not before we bring across 3 runs.
Indeed.
4 runs. There we go. That's what math is. 4 runs here in the top half of the seventh. So Cedartown now leads 10-3 after 6.5 innings. We'll be back with the bottom half of the seventh right here on the Big Double A after this.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back. It's the bottom half of the 7th, and Cedartown's going to try to close it out here with a 10-3 lead. Bigger cushion now for MJ Holiday after that 3-run home run by Griffin Elder in the top half of this inning, top of the 7th. And it'll be the top of the order due up for the Blue Devils. It'll be Chastain, Yarborough, and Pearson due up against MJ Holiday. 10-3, Dogs lead. Bottom half of the 7th, 3 outs to get.
And if you're MJ Holiday, you got to be careful here. You got some dangerous hitters coming up. And the first pitch the freshman throws is going to be a ball just a bit high there.
Just missed, though. Very close.
Not a bad idea from MJ Holiday. 1-0 the count. Top half of the 7th inning, or excuse me, bottom half of the 7th inning. 3 outs away from a victory are the Dogs. The 1-0 pitch swung on and skied into the infield. MJ Holiday going after it, and the pitcher catches it for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Great job there by MJ Holiday to force the pop, and he took care of it himself. Fly out to him, and Connor Yarborough, as after going 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles, Chastain is struck out and popped out, and now here's Connor Yarborough, who is 0 for 3. He did reach on an error back in the 5th, but he is hitless on the day with a strikeout.
First pitch coming here slowly from MJ is going to curve. Must have been high again. I mean, that looked good to me. Looked like it caught the zone, but will be ball 1 from MJ Holiday. Brody Pearson, the home run hitter earlier, stares on deck for Model. The 1-0 swung on, sent to third base. Bradshaw gets by him. No, he gets it. Throws it over to first, but that's an infield single.
Yeah, Bradshaw did everything he could to try to. He stopped it for once, which, you know, was a great feat indeed. It was going to take a perfect throw, but he was off balance and threw a 2 or 3 bouncer throw to first base, and it's an infield single for Yarborough, his first hit of the day. Now here's Brady Pearson, and Pearson, careful with him. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run.
And also, you know, on that play, a good stop by Cheatwood, not to allow it to be an error, but first pitch to Pearson is going to be a strike on the outside corner.
He finally got that curveball to curve in the zone there. 0-1 now to Pearson.
MJ Holiday's had some pretty good pitches so far. We're a double play away from an end of the game. And the 0-1 pitch is same exact spot. Strike 2.
Great breaking pitch there from MJ Holiday, the freshman. Ahead in the count, 0-2 to Brady Pearson, a very dangerous hitter.
0-2 the count. Brody Pearson. And he just put it a bit outside. Pearson didn't offer at it. 1-2 the count now. Got a runner on first base. Do the Model Blue Devils. 1-2 the count with 1 out in the bottom half of the 7th. Cedartown up 10-3, and the 1-2 pitch hits him.
Hit him right on the arm. And now runners first and second with only 1 out.
Not a good situation. You didn't want to have a hit by pitch happen there. Not that you ever want one to happen, but definitely not there. And now that brings up one of their most powerful hitters, number 4, Brody Pace.
And Pace is 1 for 3. Had a monstrous double back in the 3rd inning, but he has struck out swinging twice.
Well, he's an aggressive batter.
And a lefty.
Yep, a lefty versus righty matchup again. Cedartown with no left-handed pitchers. First pitch to him is skied to right field. That one's gone. That one was gone when it left his bat.
And that 3-run home run, they just got it back with a 3-run home run of their own here in the bottom half of the 7th.
You could tell right when it left his bat, that one was a moonshot, and now a 3-run shot in the top of the 7th is matched with a 3-1 shot in the bottom of the 7th. And it's 10-6, just like that.
That was the first run. Well, they scored a run in the 6th. And here's number 11, Dalton Waddell, a dangerous hitter in his own right. They're now down by 4, 10-6. And how big is that 3-run home run looking now for Griffin Elder.
Well, it's the difference in this game, pretty much. And here, coming up to the plate, like I said, Waddell, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Cedartown still needs to get these last 2 outs. And first pitch to him is going to be outside from MJ Holiday.
Yeah, without that 3-run home run by Elder, it's a one-run game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really, it could be tied because, you know, we scored one after that run. After that home run.
We did.
The 1-0 is foul tipped into the glove, strike 1.
I don't care how you get the outs here, just get them. Let's go home with a win.
1-1 the count. Let's go, D1. The 1-1 is sent to center field. No, it's going to shortstop, and Easton Oxenrider makes an off-balance catch to get the 2nd out of the inning.
And I'll tell you, I don't think that as great of an outfielder as Griffin Elder is, he didn't have a chance to get to that. He had to let his shortstop get to it, and he did. And a great job there, backpedaling, which is not an easy thing to do for a shortstop. Got back there, made the catch, and here's Josh Land. 2 outs, last chance for the Model Blue Devils here with 2 away.
The first baseman with 2 outs comes to the plate. First pitch he sees is way high and almost. And as you saw, the player on deck tried to race in and catch it. Ricocheted off the backstop here, went all the way up and almost cleared the
yeah, just about bounced over the net.
Yeah, the net. I was trying to find that word. So 0-1 count now. 0-1 pitch. Or no, 1-0 pitch is followed up by another ball. The 1-0 pitch. So 2-0.
Oh, it was. You're right. It was not fouled. It was a wild pitch.
Made me think about it, too, the way it reacted. So 2-0 the count now.
It's late. It's cold.
The 2-0 is another ball. 3-0 the count. And this isn't what you want. Cade Smith is going to go up there and have a talk real quick with his freshman pitcher.
I'll tell you, the home plate umpire looked pretty hard into that model dugout. I don't know what was going on there. 3-0 the count now, as after that 3-run home run, got the fly out for the 2nd out, but now he's behind 3-0 to Josh Land, who is 1 for 2, or rather 1 for 3 on the day, with a single, a ground out, and a strikeout.
The 3-0 pitch from Holiday is catching the outside corner, strike 1. 3-1 the count now.
Hitters count. We'll see if Land is swinging away here.
The 3-1 is outside, ball 4. Another base runner for Model here in the bottom half of the 7th. Brings up for them number 10.
And Coach Gambrell out of the dugout to have a little talk with MJ Holiday. Like we said, MJ has pitched relatively well. He's forced some fly ball outs here, but that mistake that he threw over there to Brady Pace just might have unraveled him just a little bit. So now runner on first base with 2 out. Dawson Whitefield to the plate, who is 2 for 3 today with a single, a double, a run scored.
Yeah, he's the one that scored last inning, I believe.
He did indeed.
Dangerous hitter in his own right, and not someone that you want to leave anything right down the middle with if you're MJ Holiday. You just want to get him out. Doesn't matter how you do it. If it's a fielder's choice, a strikeout, a foul tip into the glove, does not matter right here. You just want to go home with the win. There's 2 outs left, or 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. So, 3 strikes can end this thing. That's what Coach Gambrell's telling him. Don't leave anything right down the middle, but you don't want to walk him. You got to keep it in the zone, but don't throw a fastball down the middle.
You do have a 4-run cushion, and that's makes you breathe a little bit easier, but still you want to get out of this inning here. Runner at first base. Here's Whitefield. As we said, 2 for 3, a single and a double for their right fielder.
And 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to him is right down the middle. Called strike.
Right at the knees there. Good pitch there from MJ. 0-1 the count.
Good pitch. 0-1 the count, 2 outs, bottom half of the 7th inning. Cedartown up 10-6. Checks the runner at first. The 0-1 is in the dirt, but a good stop by Cade Smith.
Don't worry about the runner.
Keeps the runner at bay. 1-1 the count.
And that's a good piece of advice there from Coach Jolly over there. Don't worry about the runner. He doesn't mean a thing. You concentrate on getting the out at the plate.
So a 1-1 count now. Here comes the pitch, and it should have been a strike.
Wow.
From my opinion, but the umpire saw otherwise. 2-1 the count now with 2 outs.
Might have been a tad high on the curveball.
Might have been a little bit high, but did look like a good pitch. So a 2-1 count now. Whitefield at the plate. The 2-1 pitch is skied to first base, and the game is over. Cedartown wins 10-6.
Made it scary in the bottom half of the 7th with that 3-run home run, but MJ Holiday locks down the save and the win by Tyler Gosden, who went most of this game and pitched very well. We'll come back and wrap it up after this timeout. Dogs win it 10-6.
The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. Livewire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back. Final score, Cedartown Bulldogs down the Model Blue Devils 10-6 here in Floyd County. Wasn't an easy win by any stretch of the imagination. And Andrew Carter is frantically tallying up some final stats real quick for us, but Cedartown gets the 4-run victory 10-6, led 10-3 going into the bottom half of the 7th before a 3-run shot by Model brought them within 4 runs. Thankfully, though, Cedartown able to get those final 2 outs.
Indeed they were. We'll kind of go down the scoring here. We'll start with the Bulldogs. 10 runs on 7 hits. 6 strikeouts pitched today by Tyler Gosden, who went 5 in the 3rd inning. And then, of course, MJ Holiday came in, gave up the 3-run home run in the 7th. We'll just go down the scoring for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Easton Oxenrider today, he reached base 3 times via a double and a single and a walk. So he was 2 for 3 on the day, 2 runs scored, and great base running for him too. Jerry Simmons today had a single as well, and 3 RBIs for him today. So good job there by Jerry Simmons to have a couple of productive outs, a couple of RBI ground outs, and an RBI single. Cade Smith today had a single and a run scored. He reached on a hit by pitch as well. He was relieved later on with John Watkins. Dalton Bowman had a double to break his offer in the 7th inning, which set up, which was part of that 4-run 7th for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Let's see. Jacob Bradshaw had a good day at the plate. Reached base 3 times, 3 out of 5 times. Hit by pitch once, walked, and had a single and a run scored. For Corbin Gazort, he had a good day at the plate. Reached 3 out of 4 times. Had a strikeout looking back in the 6th, but had a single and walked twice. For Bryson Cheatwood, he got aboard twice. A couple of walks for him, scored a run, and a strikeout on the day for him. Cade Dingler today had an RBI ground out and also had a couple of base hits late in the game and scored 2 runs as a result of those base hits. Griffin Elder, of course, only had 1 hit today, but it was a 3-run home run that just about was the difference in this game. It would have been a 1-run game had we not, and maybe even a tied ball game if not for that 3-run home run there by Griffin Elder. 2nd game, 2nd home run in as many games, 5 RBI in those games. And just a great game for the Cedartown Bulldogs. 10 runs, 7 hits for the Dogs, 6 runs on 9 hits for the Model Blue Devils today. Bulldogs win it by a score of 10-6.
Well, you know, there's no saying winners win, you know, and that's just what Cedartown did today. We're a good team this year, and, you know, maybe last year, you know, we were struggling, you know, mightily last year, just comparing how far this team has come in a year. I don't think this is a game we win last season. This Model team is really good. I mean, I think they're going to be vying with, you know, Rockmart.
This is a better team.
Pepperell.
This is a better team than last year when we played them. We play Model usually at least once or twice a year. And this is
probably their best team I've seen them have in a while.
Yeah, and it's only their second loss of the season by a score of 10-6. So the Bulldogs will be back in action on Saturday as they take on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets at the Rock. No game tomorrow. That game was canceled because Villarica had to make up a region game of their own. So that took priority over that. So we don't know if it's going to be done or not. So Logan, final thoughts on today's game?
Just a really good win. You know, I'm proud of the Dogs that came through and could have easily lost, you know, had a few things gone the other way. But like I said, winners win. That's what this team does so far. So I'm proud of them. 7-4 on the year, and looking to get a big 8th win over Rockmart on Saturday. I'll be there, you know, for the start of the game, and Andrew will join me about midway through it. So y'all make sure to tune in then. But for Andrew Carter, I'm Logan Maddox. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Big AA today, and we'll see y'all on Saturday against Rockmart. Final score: Cedartown 10, Model 6 from Floyd County.
W291 ES Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big AA.